Hello, hello. There we go. All right. What am I, number 2? Number 2. I don't even know. Hello, hello. Oh, yeah. Hello, hello. Perfect timing.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Stuck behind someone on a mat with a mass plate and a pilot, like after I got him off the highway here. 20 miles an hour on the side streets. Got to the roundabout, stopped.
They're unsure what to do.
Yeah. We're on
I drive it every day, and I'm unsure what to do. Perfect. Great timing. Shook's probably still 2.5 hours away. Hopefully, no issues picking up his vehicle. I'm eager to hear about that.
When did you take care of that?
He's on his way here now to get it.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on his way here now. So we'll see if we can give him a hand to get it up there. Which I'm sure we can.
Yeah.
Plus, I got him a little treat.
Oh boy.
Got him a little treat. Josh and I stopped by the old Harbor Freight before we got here. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I got him a little special treat there.
Oh boy.
I saw something and made me think of him. I figured for $6, it's a little pick me up, you know.
Was it a tiny porta shitter?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I actually think it's a quite useful gift. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I think it'll come in handy for his future.
Oh boy.
So we'll chat with him more when he gets here. I mean, I'm sure he'll have a lot to add to the conversation.
It'll be definitely animated. That's for sure.
Yeah, you know. Let's see. How's everyone else?
Some WD-40.
Definitely need some WD-40.
Get some Crisco too. Get it all.
Yeah, I think I kind of just
Oh, yeah.
slid them all up there.
No, we're good.
Headphones sound good. You look confused. Are you good?
I was lost where the headphones were.
I think it's just a day that ends in Y at his
Clean,
age.
if it's clear.
They're attached to a cord, so they can't go too far.
Yeah, thankfully.
You got a lot of hair gel on there?
I think so, yeah. Between John and Kyle.
Are they queens of the hair gel?
Just fucking gelling it up.
Gelling it up. I heard all about Drinkgate.
Drinkgate?
Topics drinking the Lucis Fast Boys beers.
Oh, did they? Again?
No, not again.
this is
Not again.
before?
Not again.
Okay.
Not again. But I did hear about it.
Okay. Yeah.
did
I mean,
hear
if the
about it.
beer's in the fridge,
The fridge is a community fridge.
I'll give it away.
The
I don't
fridge
even
is a
drink
community
it.
fridge.
Anybody want to come here, grab a beer? Pop on through.
Beer time,
Community
baby.
fridge. You know, I don't know who it was who left a Powerade in there. I drank it.
Yeah. If it's in there, I mean, it's like, if it's in there,
it's
I
game.
don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we pay for the space.
It come in right your name on everything.
Just, yeah. Like, no, this isn't a fucking shared office. There's no PC culture here with the food.
Do you have like a shared fridge at work, Josh?
We do. 2 of them.
How does that work? How does that go?
I don't know. You want to know how it goes?
Yeah.
It goes so well. I have a mini fridge in another office that's mine. And that's the one I use. Raph uses, and John can use if he, chooses.
So it goes really well.
Yeah. It. We used to, without saying too much, there used to be a real heavy-handed watcher of the fridges. That person now long gone. So it's real lackadaisical with fridge use.
A fridge Gestapo?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got fridge brown shirts out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? Do you have a shared fridge at your work?
We do. Upstairs.
Is it chaos or no?
Yes. Basically, like, I have Red Bulls up there in there.
Yeah.
And to make sure that they're not taken, I have them wrapped in like a Walmart like fabric bag so people can't see in it.
Yeah.
Or else they'll be gone.
Really?
Yeah. So we also every other Friday we have a cookout between like Memorial Day weekend and till when it gets cold out.
Yep.
So there's food up in there too for that, and people will steal that. They're not supposed to,
So like there's food up there in preparation for the
Yes.
cookout.
You've
Yes.
got some.
Do they pre-eat?
So we usually have frozen.
Just take a bite out of fucking
Well,
frozen
no,
hot
we'll have
dog.
like frozen burgers and shit like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
One person that worked there, like we had to tell him multiple times, you can't take the burgers out of there and cook them in the toaster oven. And before we realized it, like what was going on, we'd be in the showroom and like it's open to like
And
the
you'd
top.
smell it?
Yeah, I'm like, who the fuck's cooking burgers? And
There's-
where is mine?
There's things like, as like when you're managing an apartment or people, there's like conversations you have to have, and there's a moment and you're like, why the fuck do I have to have this conversation right now?
Yeah.
Of someone like, hey, you can't eat the burgers.
We're all grown people here.
Yeah.
Like,
Wild, dude.
In his defense, was there anything saying you couldn't?
no, but it's frozen.
He has a toaster,
It's community toaster.
but it
So,
could
with
be
the,
community
so
burger.
okay, hold on. So the burgers weren't labeled like cookout burgers only or anything.
No,
like
we don't
that.
label because you're supposed to be smart
'Cause you-
enough to not fucking take
you-
them.
You would think you'd assume you know the plan.
You know what
Yeah,
happens when
overall.
you assume?
You open
That's exactly yeah.
if you open the freezer and you see a box of like Bubba burgers that's sealed,
Bubba burgers are great. Yeah,
they are. Like I'm not gonna just open it.
it's sealed until this gremlin got to him.
yeah. I'm like, this is clearly someone else's. I'm not gonna take this.
Yeah, like I did not bring the Bubba burgers.
Yeah.
Therefore, the Bubba burgers are not mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. There's a general rule of office etiquette that should be adhered to. However, I mean, I can't even get into what happens in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude,
Bathrooms are a whole other.
Oh, yeah.
can of
it's just like, what are we doing here?
You,
What are
you
we
quickly
doing here?
realize like nobody you work with has ever been potty trained. And you're like, am I the only one?
It's just
Was I the only one who taught this when I was
It's-
4
it's just
or younger? Probably younger. I don't know.
office
What the fuck it
etiquette. I mean, that's why a show like The Office exists.
was. Oh, exactly.
I live in the office because I live in the actual like paper distribution
This is
like
true.
environment, and there's things that like happened in the show that directly happen in our day-to-day life.
So who dumped the chili?
The chili did get dumped. The chili did get dumped. I'm not going to spend on it too much because it's work related,
Yeah.
but there was a gentleman who's very good at making chili, brought chili, tripped, dumped the chili on the brand new carpet. The stain is still there to this day.
It's so good.
I mean, this was like 6 or 7 years ago.
The chili was so damn good, it's always remembered in the floor.
Yeah, there's a bunch of funny stuff. There's a bunch of funny stuff that, I've watched that show probably before I even worked there. I don't
And you're
know.
like, shit, I'm in it now.
Yeah, and then it slowly starts to click.
Mhm.
You're like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. Hold on, I've watched this
I haven't
unfold.
seen. Where have I seen this before? Oh fuck!
It's deja vu every day.
Don't hit your head on the bottom of the table.
I
there.
found that guy on the floor.
Just chilling.
Okay, truck.
He was hiding.
I think he fell off of
He knew Shook was coming.
No.
either mine or
Goddamn Neanderthals in here knocking shit off and leaving it under the table.
Yeah.
I see a cap.
Oh, wait. Wow. Yours is gone too?
Yeah, mine's gone.
This one's gone.
This one belongs there.
That's
Yeah.
right. It was there.
Yeah,
one
that goes
belongs
there. Look at this iPad contraption you have.
It's just a fucking stand.
It's blowing my
It's
mind.
nice.
It was
I
like
like that.
$4 on Amazon.
That's a cool stand.
Yeah, it's
Pretty sturdy?
Oh yeah, it's made of like metal. Like it's
Wood.
solid.
Oh wow. You know, this is pretty rad because I wanted to get like Google's version of like their iPad because it's crazy cheap, and it'd be easy. But there's no integration for a keyboard, and I was like, I don't really need a keyboard. I don't do a lot of typing while I'm here, but I need some way to like hold it.
That's what I had my housemate's wife
Yeah.
come down to my work today because she had today off. I texted her. I'm like, hey, can you bring my iPad down?
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I loaded up everything basically ready to go
Yeah.
for later.
Yeah, so I wonder what they're down to now. I mean, it was a huge flop for Google. Giant.
It's a tough market, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's one device in that market. and
Yeah,
there's a reason why everyone buys it.
They basically Kleenexed the market.
Yeah. And but I'm a huge Google whore. So
That's an odd thing to be a whore for.
Yeah, it's just
big Google.
I left Apple because their economy or what's the word? Their ecosystem really traps you. Here I am.
Yeah.
12 years later, fully entrenched. It would be almost impossible to get out at this point.
Corey, Google.si.
Yeah. They're not on super sale right now. They're only $320. They were down to like under $300 at one point. And I was like, honestly, for a giant pixel, that's a pretty
$300 in use seems to be a damn good price right about now.
John Hall in the chat. Yo, I'm on a plane watching Revival live. What a time to be alive. That's
what
crazy.
Airline
that's
is
crazy.
Supporting that much?
It better be JetBlue.
And I really hope
Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope we're not on speaker because I'm going to get you in trouble with what I say next.
You can't say that word anymore.
Yeah. Save up to $100.
We integrated 50 years ago. You can't say that word.
Oh, no. I was thinking other words.
Rose.
You shouldn't say.
Listen, just going to go straight for
near airports.
Yeah.
Okay. like, yeah.
Yeah. You never know.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Shook's not going to be on time, so we're going to kick it off.
Yeah, he's in
You
Warwick.
going to grab some beef and bean numbies for me?
Yeah, good call.
He's
Let's
in
do
Warwick?
that right now. He's in Warwick right now.
Oh, it's not
Who
too
is
far.
Shook?
Yeah, but it's actually not too
That's
far.
not that bad.
Yeah, I'd say 15, 20 minutes for him. But we'll get started
So, well,
before.
the tough part is the traffic that I got into is right as you go over onto the bridge, it's going to fall down.
Which one?
Bridge or the traffic?
The traffic's on the bridge. It's going to fall down. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not the metal suspension one. The other one. The one where people are running across it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like that whole distance.
Yeah, you get me those beef and bean numbers, and I think we will be good to go.
Breeze Airways.
Breeze has got Wi-Fi supported enough to stream YouTube. That's crazy.
So here's my autism moment.
Yeah.
Those Breeze planes look incredible. They use 3 different blues for the scheme on them, and they're all like hyper metallic.
Yeah.
They look phenomenal.
Apparently the windows in them are huge too.
Really?
I've not flown, but I just recently talked to someone who flew.
It's a nice looking plane.
Providence, Florida, and they said the window was huge compared to like a normal. They fly a decent amount, so.
He's trying to get on the intercom to force all passing to listen, but they won't let me. You just got to use more force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a box cutter.
Yeah. Just careful using force these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
And you might get taken down by 2 flight attendants.
Or Marky Mark, if he was there.
He might be. You never know.
If he was there. He wouldn't have allowed it.
Marky Mark.
Fucking brother of a guy I'd like to meet.
Yeah, we don't want to meet Mark. Right. We want to meet his brother.
His brother? Great guy.
Yep.
Great guy, that guy.
Great burgers.
Give him a nice, firm handshake.
Great guy, that guy. Let's see.
I need to clean my glasses real quick.
You got to clean your glasses?
Yeah.
I think I might have a cleanie boy in here.
Yeah, I don't like that number that's up there.
I don't have a cleanie boy in there.
No, I got a cleaning boy in the.
Man's out here.
Oh my
wow.
God! Hold that up in front. Is that a handkerchief?
I was like, no, you can use that to like clothe a baby.
Is that your bed sheet? It's called the super fiber. Yeah, your loincloth.
Yes.
Cloth
diapers for your babies.
I have a few in the cars because I feel like I'm always noticing, like when you're driving and the sun's hitting, like I'm always noticing that my glasses are the dirtiest. I'm driving.
So I had to switch out. These are my old glasses, and I've had to wear these for the past 3-4 weeks because I think I fucked up when I put the prescription in.
Yeah.
Not bad enough, but enough that over time you realize, oh, hey, I have to keep one eye closed all the time.
Just like driving around.
Like, yeah. Depth perception's all off.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. If you want to grab me that other one.
Yeah.
We'll get that going. I get this here.
I almost thought about just wearing sunglasses the entire time in here.
Just sunglasses at night.
Just do that,
Corey
guy.
I mean, sometimes it's bright enough. Sometimes it feels bright enough.
I got like ticks going on right now in my eyes. I was gonna close them and shit. And I didn't want to like. If I wore the glasses, nobody could see them.
Wow. So, MCO.
It's Orlando to Burlington, Vermont.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a wild flight.
The Burlington, Vermont airport is like made up of like 10 Adirondack chairs.
I would love that.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of fir trees everywhere.
And furries.
The terminal is just a log cabin.
Yeah.
Or no, it just ends up looking like a Pier 1 import.
And I think it's technically an international airport.
Oh, because it probably goes to Montreal.
Yeah, it definitely goes. It definitely has a 15-minute flight to Montreal. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. There's that.
Right. Do that. And
Saw Shook twice already this week.
really? Oh, it's right on Sunday.
So Sunday I had to bring him and Britt back, and then he forgot his backpack in my car, but we only realized this after we were all home.
Oh yeah.
So he had to come to my work on Monday to grab that.
No, the other one.
Oh, that was.
I have a rough idea.
Hello, Ed.
That's
Hello, Ed boy.
Let's see. Voila. Okay. I'm here to party.
My name is Rob, and I'm here to party. No, Rod. It's Hot Rod, that movie.
Yeah.
One of the best scenes ever.
I love that movie. That's like top 3.
It's a very good movie.
It's not a good movie, though. It's a very bad movie.
Oh,
but
it's such
a great movie.
I'm
One of the best.
really, really bad at remembering movie names, like specific scenes, like iconic scenes. I remember them vividly, but I have such a hard time placing them
To what movie they go
to what the real movie is, because they'll be like a super bad quote and an old school quote, and I'm just like, I think they're all in the same movie.
So there used to be like a Twitter bot that would combine posts.
Yeah.
And one of them was from like Mother Teresa and New York Mets guy. So it was like this profound, real nice thing. And halfway through it goes, "Love the Mets, baby. Love the Mets."
P. Coots, I just put soap in my foam cannon first before water. I want to kill myself. I've never even used a foam cannon.
I've never used it.
I put soap in my foam cannon before water, but then I go inside and I use hot water.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were just to like squeeze like a hose in there, it's just gonna all it's gonna do is make suds, and it's a total waste.
Foamed out.
But if you like have a slow trickle of water,
Yep.
I do that
And
then
flush
I
it.
shake
Just
it.
a slow flush. Okay.
Yeah.
I just take it through the brush wash at work. I have white paint. It's okay.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Nope.
You could tell.
Listen,
I know you're doing that. I know you're doing that now.
that's fine.
Right to jail.
But I to jail.
Listen, once the bumpers get put on the car, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But now it's like,
But yeah, I would tell you, hot water when foam canning, it's like there's science that happens.
there's extra foam when it happens, right?
There's science that happens with hot water in soap that is different than the cold water in soap.
So if I want to get Zudsier in the shower, I should wash with cold water?
No,
No.
opposite. I can't speak to your body. I can only speak to a foam cannon application.
I want to get real Zudsy.
Yeah. I can only speak to the foam cannon application. That application.
You're gonna walk out and you're gonna have to explain to your wife that the water was cold.
Yeah.
Oh, no. She knows. It's cold all the time.
It's shrinkage.
And I'm going to grab an eclair from the trash.
Half eaten.
Half eaten. We can get this party started.
Definitely. I'll jump over
Shook is
one
on the
second.
way. Yeah, we'll do
It's
that.
gonna make a grand entrance.
It dissolves better.
Till.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Carman Cam, you're supposed to put water with the soap.
Man's just out here with a thing of Dawn.
It's just spraying gel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, supposedly, actually, I
throwing
heard Dawn
ropes
was
with
like a
the
really
Dawn.
good fucking cleaner at
It
one
is.
point. Yeah.
It is. That's what they clean the oil off the ducts and shit from there.
Yeah, exactly. Break it down, you know.
Yeah.
Earth, or solve the Earth crises, not the band either.
Hovering over the end stream button.
Oh boy, almost
Send it
end,
now, bye.
end the whole thing. All right, see you later. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Corey.si.
Hello, hello.
Chuck, who is out there over trying to solve all the problems in Europe.
You don't want him solving these problems.
If there's anybody who can bring it together, I think he can. My faith is with him.
By force.
just like a hammer. He's going to hammer it till it works.
The one who's forgot for his kid.
So we have our friend, Mr. Matt Wood, M. Woodsky, always in the chat. He's here, live in the flesh.
Howdy.
To hang out today.
The encyclopedia is live and direct. There's no lag on it today.
Right, it's like it's Wikipedia live. So he's here. He's going to hang out. We're going to cover some stuff. I have a main topic. The boys kind of loosely know what it is. I'm going to call it highways and byways. I'll talk more about that later on. Shook is on his way. He's either 10 minutes away or a half hour or maybe 2 hours. We'll find that out, I'm sure, sometime in this episode. We'll also talk about some updates of his vehicle and his woes. But before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by everybody out there who listens to us on a day-to-day basis. We truly, truly appreciate you, and we, of course, appreciate our B4B subscribers. What is B4B, you ask? Well, we will explain that a little later on, but it stands for Bucks for the Boys. With that said, you can hit our website up, revivalmotoring.com, or you can sign up for B4B. Or, you know what? Do us another good one, too. Go to YouTube, where you can like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that helps us out as well. I think we can start right off.
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
With some callbacks. As Corey is about to adorn.
Gotta.
About to adorn. Let's hope. Some positive reinforcement coming up for tonight's game 3.
We need all the positive vibes we can get.
In the NBA Finals. That is a Celtics jersey, and I believe that says Peyton Pritchard on the back.
It most certainly is. Him and I were like the same person.
Well,
we look alike, same size and everything.
Little guy himself. Go Celtics. Everybody
He's like
else, fuck
7
off.
inches taller than me.
That's perfect. That's the thing. It's like...
But on the court, we look the same size.
That's it. You watch me, I could shoot a ball. I can get
So-
out there, shoot a ball.
Yeah.
So I was rooting for the Mavs.
Where
How
are you?
dare you?
Luka Doncic. He's like just.
So what?
He's a goofy big dude. And
He is a goofy big dude. Yep.
But so is Larry Bird.
Yeah, but Larry Bird's 912 years old now.
These colors don't run.
But he got what I saw was a unfamiliar injury, or like a severe unfamiliar injury.
You mean an excuse?
Yeah. So he's not playing tonight.
Yeah.
And, you know,
That's fine. Our big goofy dude also isn't playing tonight.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving.
No, he's on the
Our
Mavs.
big goofy dude.
Yeah. Not the old one. Porzingis.
Oh yeah, Kristaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wow, look at that. Canceling games because they want to watch the Celtics. I'm with them.
Let's go.
If there was a way we could put it on here,
We'd have it on.
we'd have it on.
100%
We'd
have it
we'd
on.
have it on.
Turn into a Southie bar in
Yeah,
2 seconds.
It's going to become the hurricane in a second.
Kid.
Yeah.
You'll never know, kid. I can shoot that 3, kid. So I'm going to hit this button again.
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
Callbacks. I'm sure I have something, and
Oh,
I'm probably
no.
good. Oh, actually, you know what? Big shouts. Quick one, easy one, directly up front. Big shouts to our friend Drugs. Details by Drugs.
Yes.
Dougie Details, Druggy Details, but in all serious details by Doug. He made a suggestion to me about on the R32 bumper, rear bumper in particular, where the bumper meets the hatch. It has that clear, early on PPF, before PPF technology was, I'm sure, very advanced.
Applique.
It was basically some yellow vinyl that they put on there, or it starts clear and turns yellow, which currently mine is a nice golden piss color on the back of the bumper. So I asked him what he suggested to get that stuff off. I did try some heat and things like that, but he came through with this, what I can only say is industrial adhesive remover.
You had to wear a mask.
You had to wear a mask. It says strongly suggests using a respirator, along with some rubber gloves. I adorned an N95 mask, which I thought was close enough. And I did wear some gloves. And it says, spray it on there liberally. I only tested one small quarter section here for quartering this thing up. Sprayed it on there liberally. It says do not let it sit for more than 120 seconds.
That's a quick applicating time.
I'm guessing there's a reason for that. So I followed the directions, and it basically turned whatever remaining adhesive was there to what I can refer to as a dry dust that you literally can just scrape off with a microfiber. It takes a little elbow grease to, really get it moving, but it comes off pretty easy. I did a whole quarter of it. You just say, I think I can somewhat save that bumper.
Very cool.
Or say at least bring back that paint a little bit.
Now I want to see what it does after 2 minutes.
We'll go out there in about 2 hours and we'll find out. Because they probably left a few drips over there. No, not gonna lie. No, I don't. I think it would probably just target adhesive.
Yeah.
Because it seems to dry. It's it's gonna work because it dries itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it drips down, I cleaned that with a microfiber, but you look at it and it's like, oh, that's drying itself. So to me, there's a heavy. I'm not that great with chemistry, but some sort of alcohol base to it.
Yeah, like a carb cleaner.
Because it just because it just dries itself off, or contact cleaner, anything like that. So there is that. It seems like it's going to work out pretty good. I think I might try to step my game up and use one of those little rubber wheels on a drill. So spray that shit down, a little rubber wheel to get the adhesive stuff off, and I think I'll be pretty good in a lot less time than I initially suspected.
Getting stuff off like that is such a pain. It's it's tedious.
Yeah, I just hate that sort of stuff. And then like the hatch and the rear windows are all tinted. So I need to remove that. This stuff supposedly will help with that adhesive.
That's the stuff he used on the Civic.
Yeah, that's the
So the Civic had really, really old tint on it that had kind of been removed, but there was still adhesive left behind. And this stuff just like
it didn't take the heating element off the rear window.
No. It's chemistry's a wild thing.
Yes.
Chemistry's a wild thing. Like something can be incredibly strong
towards just certain things.
Yeah, to something very specific.
I mean, that's the stuff. It looks like it's in a brown glass bottle that you would find in a 1970s chemistry lab that you probably shouldn't touch. It's called Autotech Quick and Easy Specialty Adhesive Remover, trademarked. Quickly removes specialty adhesives such as silicones, removes epoxies, urethanes, and other reactive adhesives prior to complete cure. Forklift scuffs, marks, surface stains, tree sap, tar, inks, industrial hot melt, and an excellent machinery/equipment degreaser with no stain or damage to substrate. For industrial use only, not for institutional use.
That stuff is absolutely illegal right now.
He purchased it legally.
In what year?
Like
today.
This week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Industrial application stuff. As long as you know where to get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that, but we did also find it on Amazon for literally double the price.
Yeah, for that reason.
Yeah.
Be like that.
Yep.
Yeah, black market stuff. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I have. Oh, we had our donut meet this weekend. Big shouts to everybody for coming out.
Let's talk. I wasn't here for that, which is a bummer.
Especially with what happened.
We'll dive into that. But I was headed to a family member's birthday party.
Nice. How was it?
Oh, it was the best.
Nice.
It was like the biggest charcuterie. It wasn't even a board. It was essentially a table this size, just a giant charcuterie board, like meats and cheeses.
I would fuck that up.
Yeah. we all did. We all just did like Ring Around the Rosie with a plate in our hand that nothing ever made it to the plate. It just was like right into the face. And I was driving there and there was rain. I was like, I hope the boys don't get the rain. It looks like you guys got the rain.
We got the rain. Interesting rain. You looked at the old Doppler radar, and it was like, oh, cool, it's going to be here, and it's going to pass over us by like 11:30. So I'm like, oh, cool. It'll at least stay off until we get this thing pretty much wrapped up. I was here obviously early, sitting up. It started raining at 9 o'clock. And then it stopped.
Yeah.
And then it came back, and then it stopped, and then it came back, and just did that until about 12. Yeah. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Did that till about, because we probably didn't pull out of here till like 2. A bunch of people just hung out for other reasons, but didn't leave here till about 2. And I think on the highway as I was driving home, it all burned off.
You're telling us it was going to burn off.
Told you, just a little late.
Josh is a big burn off guy.
That's it. It's always going to burn off.
Yeah, he's a big burn off guy.
At some point, I'll be right.
He's getting older.
Yeah.
So he's getting this knowledge that just
Weather
comes
instinct.
with age.
The weather knowledge.
Yeah.
Where I was in Connecticut, it burnt off. It turned out to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, when I had to bring someone back to their vehicle.
Yeah.
And about 20 minutes to go, it was no clouds in the sky, sunny, beautiful, as if it didn't even rain.
Jordan, yeah, I am disappointed, by the way, because I fully expected you to be here.
Jordan could have had his Jordan flu game.
Right, that's true. Right, right. He
What
could.
do we got for a guest?
I don't know. Somebody opened the door.
Someone just walked through the door. We'll see if it's who we're looking for in a second.
Boar.
It's either gonna be Shook or I gotta get my gat.
What if it's adorable?
Where's the? You still got that like nightstick?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we got access to that. That's within hand's reach of me right now.
Hands reach, yeah, at all times.
Just in case.
At all times.
Yep. Gotta be handy with the steel.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe you said something, whatever, but we're like 3 in this year, and everyone has been just shit weather.
Yeah, the first
Shit
two were
weather.
cold as
But it
ice.
hasn't stopped the
Yeah.
turnout from being supreme.
Yep.
I'm honestly dreading the good weather because we're into the hot months now.
Oh yeah.
So July it'll be like 95 and 80% humidity.
Although we do it early enough, yeah, there's still pretty shitty.
It's humid in the
humidity.
morning.
It's
Yeah.
like
Doesn't burn off till about
the
11.
The parking lot is just blacktop with no shade.
Yeah,
so
and if it's right,
by 10, it's hot.
Yeah, definitely a little.
I mean, I like it, but I get not everyone does.
Shouts to, I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but Igor, he drove his Ariel Atom here.
Well, I heard, yeah. Well, I saw her as well.
Made the effort. He got here, toughed it out in the rain. Wasn't sure if, I'm sure he looked at it and went, yeah, we'll go. It's cloudy, whatever. Had to fully drive home at the peak rain. He left peak rain.
If you go fast enough, I think it's got that little windshield on it. It might help a little bit.
No, I think that just deflects the beads of water directly into your eyes.
True.
So,
True.
in like 2009 or 10, we drove from Providence to Ocean City in a convertible Lexus in the downpouring rain the whole time. Bone dry.
What, like an SC430?
Yeah. If I stuck my hand out,
Soaked.
soaked. But
Wow.
like just traveling in the air, it just bone dry.
Interesting.
If you got stuck in traffic, you would have been fucked. But
Yeah, so when we had to stop and go to a gas station, if we couldn't park under, we went the top up.
Yeah.
But even like slowing down maybe 25, 30 miles an hour, you get a little misty, but at highway speeds, bone dry.
did you have the side windows down, or did you keep those up?
Those were down as well. But that's why you put your arm out
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like getting, because it's everything coming off the side of the car. It's like hyper rain, just
It's
blasting
pins and
you.
needles
Yeah.
right on you. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun driving a car like that. That's not yours.
No worries.
No worries. But no, it was good. It was good. It was a good. It was a good year. It was a good year. You get to drive. It's always the best when you get to go down there in a car that didn't matter because you
Yeah.
just blended in like seamlessly.
So-
into like
Yeah, the last 2 years I went, I took my Civic, that was stock, and just laughed at people that got pulled over.
it's the best.
Yeah, just being incognito.
Josh, what else is going on with the R32? I want to hear more about it. What's next? What's next? So we're taking the little thing off the rib bumper off. We got some doodads, but what's
I have a 5x6 or 5x7 sheet of black vinyl coming that should be arriving later this week. I debated wrapping the whole car, but I do like the car being black, and I'd like to keep it that way. Definitely needs paint at some point, but that's just not in the cards right now. So I think I'm going to attempt to wrap the roof in black, and the reason I'm wrapping it is because it's a Southern car, the old Southern Belle, and the roof is dry. Not dry rotted. What's the term? It just killed the top of the roof. It just
all fucking
sun faded.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the word.
it's sun faded to like dust?
Yeah, basically, it's literally like dust.
Like a Dodge Neon.
Yeah, it's just instead of black magic pearl, it's just I don't even fade.
Yeah.
It's just faded
It's
gray.
in true
It's
Southern
like
Belle
Voldemort
fashion.
gray.
Yeah, it's just ash.
In true Southern fashion by the time they turn 70 because they've been in the sun all the time.
That's exactly. It's the equivalent of leather skin on the roof. So that's all sun faded, along with the old R wing. So I have a big piece of vinyl that I'm gonna lay on that. Hopefully, do it somewhat of a decent job. So that's coming up. So then I have to put the rear rain guards back on. Shook, welcome, buddy.
Hello.
What's up, Daddy?
How you doing? You doing all right?
Almost pissed my pants trying to take a shit. Good now.
Have to think about that one for a
We're
moment.
gonna circle back. Hold that for a second.
So that is going to happen in the next week or two. And then I haven't really posted them. No, I haven't really posted them. I have a set of wheels for said R32.
Is that wheels?
So long story medium. When I first acquired said vehicle, obviously as one does, I immediately started looking at modifications, and obviously in one of those things are a proper set of wheels. In my pure unadulterated 20-something Mark IV kid mentality mind, I thought, ooh, I really want a set of BBS LMs for this vehicle. Those are rather expensive. Whatever, I'll look on Marketplace and see what we can find. So there was a set on Marketplace, the exact spec I wanted, and they were up there. I'm like, ooh, that's still more than I would like to pay. But they're there, whatever. I'll keep an eye on them loosely.
Yep.
Didn't really care at the moment. For a whole month go by, whatever. Maybe even a month and a half. And I decided, all right, let me just look again. Oh, wow, these things are still up there. Oh, wow, homeboy reduced the price. Oh, wow, I'm going to come in as low as I possibly can and see what happens.
Yeah, like what is my? It's not gonna kill me to buy these price. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Well, put it this way.
Pull out what you had in your pocket and
Close. He had him up there, and I hit him with the half of what he had him up there for.
And that's after he's already reduced them himself.
Yes.
You are the worst. The worst kind of human
Am I?
being.
Because he bought them.
Because I got him.
Well, he folded like a fucking lawn chair.
He was happy. He was happy to sell them. We
Did he-
negotiated. I had to go up a little bit, but not much. And by a little bit, I mean 2%.
damn.
Yeah.
So give me 20 more bucks.
So, and I think where I got lucky was, they
Had a passing in the
are
family?
quite. No. He wanted my understand. I didn't meet the guy. Big shouts, Jack Hammer. He helped me out to get these things
That's
to
not
me.
a real name, is it?
His
no.
real name's Jack Dean.
Oh.
Jack
Okay.
Dean. Yeah, Jack
I was
Hammer.
like Jack
Dean.
Hammer.
Jack Cameron, I think is his Instagram name.
or working name.
Yeah.
So he helped me acquire these things. So I didn't actually meet the gentleman, but the dude's got a handful of different things, and he just wanted to unload a bunch of stuff to acquire something else. And they were very specific fitment. So it's not like these were BMW. They're 5x100. They are R32 spec in the exact same setup that I want. So worked out really good with a couple exceptions. At first, I wasn't sure if they were real because there's no stamping on the front of the face. Because on LMs, there's nothing in the back. There's nothing on the back of the where the hub goes or any markings like that. On LMs, it's all on the front. However, these were machined. So they were brought down for whatever reason to give that machine look and then cleared over that. But the valve stems are BBS and the actual bolts are BBS, and they're light like BBS LMs should be. So I suspect they are 100% real and accurate, and they certainly look that way. So I'm going to make little stickers, little BBS stickers to put on there. Obviously, the ET and the lug pattern are not on there, which I don't really give a shit about. And I do have some center caps that Tommy Toot Tootin is going to hook me up with.
So you're going to gatekeep your wheel specs like that?
Oh, no, 18 by 8.5 square. That literally exactly what I wanted.
That's awesome.
What I wanted to run on the car. So it worked out really good.
What's like the
18
offset
by
range
8.5.
on those R's? Like, what are they?
I have to assume. I mean, Mark IV standard was 35.
Did they come off an R?
They did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were his track wheels.
Oh,
nice.
So they were in a
me.
bit of rough shape. I say rough shape, not beat up like lips are bad, big scratch or anything like that. Just they were dirty and the lips oxidized. So matter of fact, again, big shouts to Doug. He's been helping me try to bring them back to life. I can polish the lips. I'm known for that around these parts. I can polish the lips like you read about, but the centers, seeing that the centers are cleared, and it kind of further proves that they were used kind of heavy track use. They basically have brake dust baked into them. So Doug actually took one of the wheels from the donut meet, brought it to his house so he could try to polish it, and he actually brought it back to life pretty significantly. He could really buff out that brake dust out of the clear.
So what you're saying is Doug is better at rim jobs than you are?
Yes.
Yeah, most certainly.
I would think so. Yeah. Yeah. More experience on the whole.
Pretty much polishing anything.
So he's really bringing those back to
Rims.
life for me.
Yeah.
Knobs.
So I'm gonna continue to polish my lips over here, and at some point, I will be running those wheels. Long story long, I wanted to run ISC suspension. Unfortunately, ISC does not make a kit for the R32, which I understand. It's not it's not like they're growing in popularity. So why make a kit for a vehicle that isn't going to expand
in decline?
Yeah, exactly. So they unfortunately don't have one. I have to sort out coilovers for it, buy some tires, and do all that sort of stuff. I'm going to try to get the vehicle over to KD's shop later this week or this weekend to get it up on the lift. There's a little oil leak I want to chase. I know I need ball joints. I'm going to probably do both of those and really just make sure there's nothing else I need to address right away. I have some, and when I say big plans for this vehicle, not the vehicle and the modifications itself, more of things I'd like to participate or do with said vehicle. So I want to get it ready for that sort of stuff and truly just enjoy driving it. So soon enough.
You should.
Yeah. Oh, and I have big shouts to Nick Farrington. Gave me a great deal on a catback Miltech exhaust.
Nice.
So I have that as well.
It's a good dude.
Yeah, great dude. Also an R32 driver.
Mm-hmm.
Big shouts.
There you go.
Brotherhood.
He's got a beautiful car.
Oh, yeah, his is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful car. Well, it sounds like you've got your hands full.
Yeah, so it's good. Nothing too big or horrific. A lot of little stuff to address and make the car, better.
To be a good driver.
Exactly.
There you go. Good for you.
Carman Cam, did you work into the deal that the wheel seller had to donate to the B4B? No, this dude donated plenty with what he took off top.
There you go.
Yeah, worked out really, really well. To say, I put it this way, I would not have a set of BBS LMs otherwise.
Correct.
Like, by any means.
It's not the easiest wheel to obtain.
No.
No. I mean, you could. Well, my understanding is you can.
Because even if you buy them new and you have the money, it takes a long time
Oh,
to
yeah.
get them.
You're waiting for a long
It takes a
time.
long time.
My
to get
boss actually has bought a set of LMs, and it's been over a year, and he's still waiting for them.
Yeah. So like
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
paying for them, but then obtaining them, waiting. It's a bummer.
I think he got, if I was looking for him for BMW spec or some other spec, hell,
Good luck.
Even a newer Volkswagen, I'm sure I'd be
One
up
of the
shit's creek.
5x112 ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was searching for ages for the 1 Series.
Really?
Boy Math is
On Buy-E, everywhere you could look.
Boy Math is swiping the card on wheels because it's gonna take as long as to pay
Yeah.
him off
Yeah.
as you would say.
So by the time they
Might
get
as
to
well
you, they're
affirm
free.
it. Yeah, you might as well affirm it.
They're free.
Right. They just show up. Oh, I paid these
I
off
forgot
6
I-
months ago.
I tried Boy Math in the seats in the Honda, thinking they wouldn't take forever to show up. So like, but then 3 days later they showed up, and I was like, "Fuck, damn it! These cost real money."
I guess I'll have to put my Venmo money into my bank account
Yeah. Ah,
because that's money I didn't have anyways.
such a drag. Such a drag.
Boy Math,
It's not in your account, so it doesn't exist.
it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, it's in the car. I have like a wad of cash in my wallet.
You're going to get jumped now.
That doesn't exist to me because it's not in my bank account.
You know what's crazy? I'm the total opposite. The physical cash I have,
That's what counts.
that's what exists
Yeah.
to me.
Well, if that's the money you're gonna spend on nonsense, then yeah.
That's
it's
why
hard-
I have it.
Yeah, it's harder to spend that on nonsense, though, because you physically can see it going away.
That's why I have it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like nonsense, so
We all like
my
nonsense.
middle name's nonsense. Yeah. Speaking of nonsense, I bought you a little gift.
Oh no, where is it?
It's in
Hidden.
36.
It's in it.
On it, around it, near it,
Touching.
Oh, boy.
under it.
Is it an oil pan? Catch all my transmission fluid.
No.
Why don't you tell us why there's so much transmission fluid underneath it?
What section are we in?
Yeah, callbacks.
Perfect.
Yep.
Really milking it for you.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was a little late.
That's
I had
all
to-
right.
I had to
Well, you
drive
had
from-
good reason. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do some fetching of a trailer device.
I have to. I do this pretty often, but I always got to give you credit for where you drive from to get here
Yeah, it's deep.
because I have one of my employees is going to Terryville tomorrow for something, and I like looked at it to like time it out, and like, brother,
It's got to be like 220.
ish. Yeah. It was like 212 when I looked it up, but yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe he'll see the Terryville lifted Mark IV Golf with the tow mirrors on it.
that's insane. There's an F-150 in our town, or 250.
Yeah.
It's so big, I'm fairly certain I could drive right under it.
It's
Give it a
like
shot.
full Fast and
Yeah.
Furious.
Yeah, like in my fucking
In the Sequoia.
in the Sequoia. I'll drive right under it. It is so big, dude. If one wheel's on the white line, the other one's on the yellow.
That's wild.
you
it's
know that dude's
literally a
dick
monster
is
truck.
so small.
Yeah.
Yeah, it whistles in the wind.
He pees on his balls.
Dude, it's so big.
Jesus.
So yeah,
So we thanked everyone for coming to the donut meet.
thanks guys, and
uh,
helping me push the car.
Why'd you have to push the car?
I don't know still what happened.
We're
We're
doing
deducing-
it. We're still investigating, right?
Yeah.
We're like, what was the FAA?
Boom, boom.
What do they? Is it called an investigation? We're doing
Yeah, it's an a report.
investigation report. We're still building a team to really analyze
Yeah.
things that took place, what might have happened.
Instead of crime scene investigators, it's SCI, shaft scene investigators.
Car scene investigators.
So what
car scene
what we know happened is that you have a twisted hunk of metal under your other purple hunk of metal, in the shape of somewhat of a drive shaft, but the end of it's twisted like a fucking,
a churro.
I don't know, churro.
Yeah.
No, more than that. It's
More
real,
than a churro.
real twisty.
It's
What's
like
something that's
those,
real twisty?
Those things that Taco Bell used to have, the twisty cinnamon
Cinnamon twist.
cinnamon twists. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, and it's twisted where it shouldn't.
I don't think it's supposed to twist anywhere.
No.
Twisted like those old Fritos were.
It's true.
I love Fritos.
It's very
Same.
twisted, and we can't figure out yet. Obviously, this is just from pushing it in said lot to the spot that it's currently in. We have some fluid, which is some trans fluid.
Yeah, so that was full. I was worried it was low. Definitely not low.
Good thing it was raining. So what we've instantly deduced is that the drive shaft has shortened itself by twisting, into itself, closest to the diff
Yep.
in a clockwise pattern.
Yep. Which would mean that it was going the correct direction,
Right.
which would make us think maybe somewhere up front would have stopped.
Right.
Yeah. So the transmission could have, for all I
Exited
know,
the chat.
blown the fuck up.
Yeah.
Before I put it on the trailer, I was going to start it and just put it in gears and let the clutch out and see what
And
happens.
just see.
We can definitely take a peek.
If it
Yeah.
shuts the car off,
Yeah.
transmissione.
Yeah.
If it does nothing,
Shaftione.
And we're not,
who knows? I would have to see the output shaft and see if it's spinning. But it could spin. But then if you put like load under it, it doesn't.
and the other thing too, the car does freely move.
Yeah, you could do
So
the
if it was like a diff that was completely frozen or something, like there's
Yeah.
nothing super obvious other than, ooh.
To be fair, the diff could be blown up after the drive shaft left the chat, but it still spins freely because there's just no gears for it to
Yeah.
catch on,
Yep.
which would be fine. I have
Right, because it yanked itself out.
Yeah.
Right, so there's nothing to.
I ordered clutch plates, and I'm like, which is funny that I'm talking about this now, and I'm like, I ordered those like last month. Where are they?
Yep.
Dude,
Open
I
up my
ordered-
email.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I'm almost done.
Yeah, no. I just, same thing. I ordered some parts for the Honda.
Yeah.
And I went to go do something today. I'm like, where the fuck are these parts?
Yeah, I did. Well, mine are my fault. They emailed me and they were like,
yeah.
what gear ratio do you have?
Oh.
There are 3 different kinds of medium case differential pack. I'm like, oh, just saw this. Sorry, $391.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even.
Maybe.
Might be. Mine were ACO rings for the Honda, and they've just been on back order, I guess. I don't know.
That thing still has AC.
I ordered
It'll stay AC too.
They shipped it out, baby.
All right, here we go. We're cooking with fire.
DHL Express, straight from the motherland.
Germany?
I don't know where they are. I think they're in Poland.
Wade Darcy in the chat. I ordered a sticker months ago.
Listen, you ordered a sticker, it came back, and then I actually did the research to put the right amount of postage on it.
Yeah.
It's coming from.
And I went over one stamp just to make sure.
Belgrade.
Belgrade, that's Serbia.
Serbia. How did he know that? So fast?
It's a capital.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the
I
capital.
don't know the capital of Serbia. Is it a state or is it the capital of the country?
It's the capital of the country.
Fair. Moving along.
It's still not normal information.
Okay.
Yep. So that's where that's coming from. Who knows when? I should have looked
Stuff
at
in
one.
the trash.
DHL, it'll probably get here in a reasonable amount of time.
You reminded me. I ordered a timing chain for the K series too. So we'll find out how that goes.
Where's that coming from?
Japan.
That'll be
Japan.
efficient
So-
and on time.
Yeah. Right. So funny story. AFHK parts. That place that I told you to look at is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ryan opened up another sect of it from a new dealer. So I'll give you a link.
Yeah,
But-
hit me.
I cross-referenced the old part number there on Amazon. It is a Honda OEM timing chain for K20 for an RSX. Is a brand that I would not have guessed.
Is it Flowmaster?
That would okay. That's less guessable if I'm honest. No, it's
Jegs.
God damn it! I bought it with the wrong credit card.
Oh, tough scenes.
Sorry, bought it with the wrong. That was another fucking day. I had to get a new card because somebody tried to buy $0 worth of merchandise from something.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I've gone through that about a month ago.
It was
and
yeah.
actually still kind of dealing with it.
Yeah, it's brutal. So I got a whole new card and all that shit. It is made by.
But
It's not saying no.
Bankruptcy. Yeah, wrong card. Bankruptcy for sure. Yeah,
Bankruptcy. I can't find the fucking brand.
so it's just made by some brand.
It's made by like a random brand that's like pretty normal at like parts stores.
Hearst.
It's made by Huanzhuan.
Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't say. It doesn't matter anymore. Anyway, so
Moog?
the point of this. No, that would have been
Coming
crazy
from
too.
Guangxi.
It's $140 new from Honda or on Amazon. It's $80 free shipping,
There we go.
which is
Thank you, Jeff Bezos.
you just look up the part number.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it's. I might just spend the 140 on the OEM Honda one.
It's OEM Honda.
You just said it was made by fucking like Splitfire or something.
No, it's the OEM brand is that part number. They're made by the same company. It's the same OEM part number in the
Some
bag.
tomfoolery
Now there
going on
is
there on
there is
internet.
the risk of you run of yes, it's the same on paper. Yes, it looks the same. You ordered it, but you get a counterfeit product from Amazon. I've done that exact thing before.
Maybe it's
Well,
shipping.
every
Do you remember
manufactured on
Josh's
Friday.
lights he bought?
Yeah,
I would-
you admire the lights in the corners. Do you see them?
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't because they sent me a rag.
that is funny. I mean,
And then another time I ordered, this is way back, a Manfrotto tripod head, like a pivoting one that has three axis.
Manfrotto?
Manfrotto's a tripod company in the industry. So I ordered the Manfrotto one. And
They come from Middle
oh,
Earth.
Manfrotto sounds familiar.
I got it. I received
Oh,
it.
that's a camera company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just said that.
My bad. Sorry, I was reading.
It's all right. So I received it, and it was in an unmarked box, and my first thought was, huh. And then I flip it open, and it just says counterfeit product. And I'm like, wait a second.
That's not what I ordered.
It looks kind of like it should, but it's not. It's definitely the counterfeit one. They sent it to me this way. So that was from Amazon at some point.
So I would think that it would be counterfeit, but it's literally shipping from Acura
Oh,
of Japan.
yeah. You should be good.
There's only one left in stock.
Acura doesn't exist in
Do
Japan.
a lot of different things. That's also true.
It says manufacturer Acura, brand Acura, item number.
I wonder if,
Japan.
like-
on the part number.
For example, like when I sell stuff on eBay, I can just type in whatever manufacturer I want, like selling a bunch of wrestling DVDs, and they're like, manufacturer. I'm like,
Miramax.
WWF.
WWF. Yeah, I don't know. Literally type in anything you want. Yeah.
Maybe.
WCW Nitro.
It's really bothering me that I cannot find the fucking brand of this thing now.
So
what? Yeah, let's get back to
the car.
The current status of said E-36
Broken
drift missile.
What actually happened though? That's the thing.
I don't know.
He wasn't driving the car.
I
know
driving
that.
the car.
Yeah.
I let some friends drive it that I won't name because I was very upset about it.
We don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
Even
though it was posted on Instagram.
It was, but yeah, I mean, if you saw, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
IYK.
Yeah.
Borg Warner.
Borg Warner.
They don't. Why would they make that?
Because they make
Turbos
CVT transmissions, which have chains in them.
Yeah. All of it. All the above. You know, why stop at one thing if you can do
We
everything?
were talking about this earlier, like industrial
Diversify your
application
bonds.
stuff.
Make chains for their whole life.
Yeah. So you don't know exactly what happened.
No, no one does. Only God knows.
Jeebus himself. The vehicle was being driven, and all I know is the vehicle then appeared at the end of our entrance,
Smoking,
not moving, and everybody immediately went, "It's broken."
Oh yeah, I thought the motor was blowing up, but
Yeah.
no, the smoke was transmission fluid leaking out of the output shaft seal because there is no drive shaft.
There is
anymore.
a ass dragging stain from the entrance to
little snail trail.
The lot here. I'm sure that'll wash away over the next 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, I asked the individual. He said he wasn't ripping on it. He was ripping on it. I don't remember.
I mean, I saw the video on Instagram, like when it happened.
No, it was a different video, 2 different videos.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I was. But it was like I didn't even hear it. A lot of people said they heard it. I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear it at all.
I heard it go whop down the street.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
and for him to end up where he ended up, he was obviously moving, but not that
Not
fast.
fast.
Because he would have just popped right in, whatever,
Yeah.
and
He said he shifted the second, and then hit the gas, and that happened.
Yep.
Which I don't know.
so much torque.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was like kind of wet, so it's like
Yeah.
Right, that's true.
it was like damp because it had maybe sprinkled.
Misty.
It wasn't fully dry. Well, we weren't full
moist.
traction. It was on all seasons. It's not like it was on fucking Mickey T's.
Right. Right.
They're
Right.
stretched.
There's a lot of things that
None of it makes sense.
don't make sense as to exactly what happened.
That's why I
Because
said to
it just-
Chuck, like in all the years of fucking around with cars,
Yeah.
how many drive shafts have you ever seen get hurt?
Yeah, like that.
Ever?
And it's not like, it'd be one thing if he's doing a fucking John Force burnout in the middle of the lot,
And caught full traction.
holding and just off rev, just letting it eat. But as far as that wasn't happening. Because again, where he pulled in, where we see, like we would have heard any of that. Not to call anybody saying that it's not being truthful. It's not what I mean. It's just like there'd be more evidence of, oh yeah, that's what fucked
The
up.
drive shaft just decided it was its time to go.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I
Or
kinda-
the transmission. Or
something.
the diff.
Yeah,
I mean, the drive shaft's definitely broken.
So
TBD.
or a U-joint.
TBD, investigation to be determined.
So what's funny is like literally Saturday, I was like, I'm gonna go to Harbor Freight. I'm gonna get the grease gun so I could grease the U-joints because they're greasable, serviceable. I did it when I put the car together.
Yep.
So that's 3 events ago.
8 months or so. More
Yeah,
than
like
now.
nothing crazy, barely any miles.
Yeah.
Maybe like 3,000, 2,000 miles. You shouldn't even have to grease them that much, but I was just being neurotic about, well, maybe I'll grease them just to make sure that they're okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't look at them,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't look at the drive shaft. So if I did, I could have seen if there was maybe something going on. I would have to look
Fatigue
right
or
at
something.
Yeah, right. I would have. Because I check everything, I would have given it a nice shake.
The old, yeah.
Like when I put the 391 in, I did that. It was fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But from that point till now, that was 2 events ago, the welded diff. Who knows? Maybe that put extra strain on the drive shaft that I don't know about.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
I'm interested to see. And
But
fingers crossed, transmission's good.
Yeah. Why?
And it's just something
It's easy to change.
the end of the drive line that is a bit, easy to change, but still, like money you don't want to spend. Something a little cheaper, easily serviceable, and swapped out quick.
So the drive shaft came out of the transmission side, right?
It pulled itself out
It
basically
did,
because
but
it shortened on the diff side.
Yeah,
and then pulled
and
itself backwards.
But it's still spinning because when they were pushing it, you could hear it spinning around
Off the diff, yeah.
So
Because
the
it's
diff
welded.
the diff is fine then.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we were
So
saying.
right, that's So whatever it is, if it's
But-
locked, it could be
Yeah.
up front
Yeah.
somewhere.
But because the drive shaft is like doing this, it could be a CSU joint.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
because if it wasn't, it would just like limp.
It would
down.
hit it, but like not as hard. When we're pushing it, it was like bang, bang.
Right.
Like it's stuck.
Right. So that's stuck and it's not going to freely move.
Spin. Right. That's why I was like,
Right.
maybe. But
Yep.
like I said, I'll probably know before I even get home what the fuck it is.
Yeah. We're going to finish up here.
Gonna jerk
Help you get it
around
on the
with
trailer. And then, like you said, we can try a couple things quickly to maybe further deduce. Oh, okay. That's good. This is good. That's not good.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
I mean, regardless, the shit was gonna break whether I was driving it or somebody else was driving it. If it was gonna break anyway, so I already told the person like I don't care, dude.
Yeah.
It would have happened on the track.
I was going to say, right.
It could have happened on the way here.
Shit happens. And
So last donut meet broke an axle,
That's true.
and I saw a guy at the Dunkin' Donuts before we pulled out in an S10 just staring at us. And he said something to us, it must be expensive. And then it pulled out and it broke. I'm like, fuck that old man. And and Britt was like, he put a spell on
I was going to
you.
say he put a hoax, a hicks.
Did you see?
So-
did you see the dude from fucking Joe Dirt,
Which guy?
the Louisiana dude that liked to see dudes?
Homos naked?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Nah. So
No,
the-
that's Waterboy.
so
Was it Waterboy?
no,
it's
that's Joe Dirt.
He's in Waterboy.
He's in Joe.
Is
Yeah,
it?
he's in both.
but he's
He's like, homeless way you make it.
Yeah.
He's like, you like see Homeless Naked?
Okay.
and in Waterboy, he's like squirting titty milk out.
Right. Yeah. It was Pierce nipples.
Everybody's cheering for Bobby, and he
Yeah,
goes to
and
him, and
he's
he's like,
just- Yeah. It's funny. I was watching the Celtics the other night, and while Luka Doncic was shooting a free throw, there was a large, fat American man wearing bright green Celtic shirt.
You saw that too?
And he was just, it was fucking, I'm like, yes, this is it. This is perfect. Short of that dude lifting his shirt, it was
love
wonderful. Yeah, it was
American
great.
sports are great.
It's exactly it.
so the guy was there again, and we left. Yeah, he was there again. I swear to God.
Really?
Whoa.
I pointed to him and I said, Britt, and she was like, if this car breaks, we're going back. We're gonna fight him.
He's a wizard, Harry.
So maybe he blighted me.
He did some sort of frog spell.
When we left, he was like,
a duke.
Booga,
So
booga, booga, booga.
that's to be determined. We'll figure out exactly what happens.
Could
with
be a
that.
spell.
And the thing, is, Corey and I were as Corey was giving you his gift, we were positively talking about how good it is and cool it is that you drive the thing everywhere
as much as I can.
as much as you can. It's like
Also, I
'cause
found
it's-
out that it needs a tie rod too when I got here.
fair. Nothing's
just
perfect.
did 'em!
Nothing's perfect. Because you did exactly what you said. You're going to complete it, take a few photos as is, so it's nice and pristine. Get some photos like that, and then just drive the piss out of it. And that's what
beat it
you've
down.
proceeded to do. And unfortunately, because
you're
race
gonna break
car,
shit. Yeah.
there's some things that happen.
Listen,
I don't
if
want to
this-
trailer it everywhere, but like to Lock City would be nice.
Yeah.
Right, because that
It's a high
going
stress
in
environment.
right, and like, hey, last game of the season, don't have to hold anything back.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
just fucking raw ripping
full dick, all slapping,
Full mast.
balls, just
Just balls deep.
making
everything.
contact. Yeah, I want to be able to just ship it, and if something breaks, then I just
it is what
If
it
it
is.
dies, it dies.
throw it on the trailer. Fucking
Right, get it home and address it after. You can let it sit for a couple days and not have to worry about it.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
a
I
very
can
good feeling.
I could do what I'm doing now too, but then I have to make the trip twice, and
Yeah, just a bit more of a pain in the ass.
yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not like I said, I'm not mad about it. Shit happens.
Yep.
This is part of. I mean, if you build a car that's made to be violently beaten, you have to expect like weird shit like this is gonna happen.
Right.
I'm just happy it's not something like more annoying.
You just want to spank that ass till it's cherry red.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
With consent.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Josh and I were actually just looking at it, admiring
Myron.
Myron.
your usage of the vehicle.
Yeah. I was just saying, I
whooped
told
it,
him
dude.
that conversation we had about, driving the pants off it all the time.
Got all
Going
my
out for
pennies out of
pizza.
the drive shaft.
Yeah.
Going out for pizza. You and Britt are always doing stuff in it.
By the way, Britt's a trooper for getting in and out of that car.
Oh
all
yeah,
the
she
time.
don't.
I mean, she's a trooper for,
Yeah.
Me period. We've done a lot of stuff. I remember when we we came up for the video.
Yep.
In that, and we're driving home, and it started pouring.
Yep.
And we're on the highway, and she's like, something wet just touched my foot. And like, I turned the flashlight on. I'm like, yeah, the floor's a little wet, but I don't see anything. And I was like let off, and all the water from the back seat came rushing. It was like 1.5 inches of water. I was like, oh!
Oh, you're that new monkey meme? Oh, no.
That was me under it out there. But
this is so fucking good. I want nothing to do with that goddamn movie Planet of the Apes. However, that meme is a great gift. It's a gift to 2024.
Was the weekend before we took the top off?
Yep.
We went and got hot dogs for their old man. We got ice cream.
Yeah.
We ended up at Pudva's house.
Perfect.
I did a burnout.
I saw you ripping
right.
meters there.
That's what did it.
It could have been.
Maybe.
The lady next door to his house was not stoked.
That's like his family member too.
She also put a hoax on you.
She definitely could have put
A hoax?
a hoax.
You mean a heck?
She was like, "No, I don't have it."
That's the word.
She was not happy with the
That's the word hex. That's the word I was
with the
looking for.
burnout.
Yeah, the 6-second limiter only burnout down the street. Yeah.
She wasn't like, hell yeah, brother.
Well, the problem is Hank was like, "When you leave, do a burnout." So I was
You were like,
You
say
could-
less.
You could have told her, like, look at lady, I can't upset the
I
kid.
wiped a tear from my eye. I was like, "Sit down, you little fuck. I'm going to blow the tires off this goddamn thing."
Just give me my slits.
Got in my car. I was like, "Oh, yeah. Cup of coffee.
Ice cold, too.
Oh, yeah.
Ice cold.
Not even the temp gauge didn't even
Yeah, it was
move
literally
yet.
like-
just
It's a good one.
I mean, what do they say? If it's built right,
Just let her eat.
Oh,
have
dude.
at it.
You think cup of coffee in the big time is trademarked? I think
Yeah.
he just said that.
Dude,
I think everything he said is trademarked
Having been-
by Vince McMahon.
yeah,
Well,
having...
Vince McMahon's out now though.
Well,
Doesn't matter.
Previously,
They own it all.
yeah.
Because how great would it be to buy Revival Motor and Coffee, cup of coffee in the big time?
The thing is, we're so small, it could fly under the radar for a pretty long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, we
until
can
it
get it done.
doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Until it doesn't. But even when it doesn't, it's like a hey, stop. And you're like, yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do coffee creamer just says I am the cream.
Because there's, I haven't been a huge wrestling nerd. There's like Instagram pages that just pop up and they make like knockoff versions of like really, really old like 80s and 90s t-shirts.
Yep.
And like it's like a 3-day pre-order.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
So
then
they- in and out.
The account disappears, goes away forever because it's just they get you right away.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna-
rip it, grip it and rip it, and then
There's-
gone.
There's somebody out there.
All right, John Daly.
They're out there doing them. I don't know for how much longer, but they're out there doing them. Let's
And you
just
can
say
do
that.
it for a decent amount of time before.
Yeah, and
As
they.
long as it's not like big scale.
I mean, this this company. I'm not even gonna name it.
I mean, how many more years until Macho Man hits the
the
public
free-
domain?
I think you have a long
I
time.
was like, he's been dead for like a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Winnie
it's
the
a
Pooh
long
is
time.
he's as old as Winnie the Pooh, right?
Winnie the Pooh is from like the 20s, isn't it? Winnie the Pooh's like 100-something years old.
Steamboat Willie Mickey just came into
it
the
was
public
just
domain.
right.
It was
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Do you think he just
1934.
Do you think he just did cocaine and he just
Yes.
was randomly like,
Yeah.
Cocaine? No, just cocaine. My
But
friend.
like the shit that he said, cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. And they were like, print it.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Send it to the
Steroids.
presses.
Not
The
to
thing
get in,
is like when he said it and it happened, not to be
No.
derail us to a wrestling conversation.
Oh, no, I
it
wanna
meant-
go there.
It meant nothing. No one paid any attention to it.
Now
'Cause
it's huge.
There was no replay.
Yeah.
True.
It happened, and that's it.
It's not trademarked.
And it isn't until now that you're able to watch it over and over and over
Yeah.
on every social media thing, and now it catches on.
one thing I love, like that's a great story. There's a Steve Austin one about how he came up with the Austin 316
Yep, yep.
stuff. Can of whoop ass because Stone Cold said so. It was all off the cuff, and it
then
just
it's
like
I can guarantee you all that stuff is trademarked.
oh yeah, now for
that-
sure.
oh,
But it just turns into these iconic things.
Cup of coffee in the big time, no trademark.
Give it a shot.
Let us know.
Give it a shot. We can make a sticker.
Yeah, for sure.
We can definitely make a sticker.
Definitely make
Yeah.
a sticker.
No,
That
we
just so
won't
happens-
make a sticker. We won't do that.
No.
We could.
We could.
Can we just do like
Buddy, that means they might.
There's a
more
lot.
than might.
There's a lot you can do.
It's going over your head there, bud.
Yeah. A lot can be done.
There's a heavy wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No,
implied.
I want it to be a bar sticker of this.
What is it?
like a bumper sticker.
Yeah, well, just like the bar style.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
his
yeah.
eyes.
That
Yeah.
just is.
Oh my God! Yes, there's so many things that could be done
I wish he was my dad. Honestly.
hypothetically.
How cool would that be?
He'd be dead.
You may not.
My dad's
exist.
dad's
true.
the same.
Jesus. Dude. Oh my
I
God.
think Macho Man passed. Before.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah. I don't know if you'd be.
It's not like I said I wish Chris Benoit was my dad. Then I'd definitely be dead.
buddy.
Hey, man.
I would have been cross-face crippled at a young age.
You may not have been hatched. Had Macho Man. Something says his seed wasn't too pure.
no,
Oh,
he probably sowed it a lot though.
It was spread far and wide.
far
right,
and wide.
right.
Yeah.
Imagine how many Randy Savages there are running around.
I mean, yeah. Have you ever gone into
Mini
a trailer
Randys?
park?
Yeah. There's just.
You ever
there's
seen that
just
video of that kid that gets the ball thrown at his head twice and you start screaming and is standing there and ready to go? 100%.
Yeah, it's true. R.I.P.
Yeah. R.I.P.
I'm gonna
Anyway.
do a 23 and me. Hopefully, I'm a Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Send it.
Just gonna show wherever he was born. Just
You're
100%.
4% Lithuanian, 90% Italian, and 5% Macho Man Randy Savage.
So
a great
my
mix.
buddy Brian, he lives down in Florida. He walked out of some store down there in front of an accident that had happened, and it was actually the accident when Macho Man had died because he had a heart attack behind the wheel of his Jeep.
Yep.
And crashed. So he was there at the scene when it happened without
That's
realizing
pretty crazy.
that was what was
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
If Macho Man Randy Savage was alive right now, he would definitely drive a Jeep Gladiator.
No. He'd have a fucking Trans Am.
He had a Jeep then. What
Yeah,
would
but
he
he'd have a Trans Am now.
He'd have a Jeep Gladiator, 100%. What's the thing I sent you? He'd have that.
I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember. When did you
The
send it?
tank.
Oh,
the-
I couldn't tell you the name of it.
The Riven.
Well, yeah, some baloney company that
It's
makes things
real.
crazy. I know, but they're not. Those
They're-
companies are generally
It's bulletproof. 230K.
To be fair, honestly, he'd probably drive it at a King Ranch.
Yeah.
yeah, I can picture. Yeah.
Especially
He just drives by real fast.
All I know is Stone Cold. Stone Cold's living a good life.
Oh, yeah. He's farming.
Yeah.
He's farming. He's
got
doing
a
ice
cat.
plunges.
He's got a cat that doesn't like him.
Yeah.
He makes great Instagram content.
Let's move along.
Sorry.
Actually, does anybody else have callbacks? Anything else in particular?
Blown up car.
That was the main one that we wanted to.
Can't
got to
make
blow
live
show.
streams
Go,
this weekend.
Corey, have you made any progress on Civic?
Yeah, I ran a bunch more wires, tucked a bunch more, loomed a bunch, made a bunch of grounds that I needed. Waited for some other parts to show up. It's pretty much been it. Been pretty lazy. Actually, I haven't been lazy at all. I've just been really busy. So
You've been car lazy, not life lazy.
Car Limited.
yeah, not life lazy. I've been very busy life wise, but just the free time I have,
just
I've been
wanna relax.
it's not I'm not dedicating it to this.
Yeah, you got to get in there and get handy capable.
One day. One day.
I think now is a good time to talk about what is B for B briefly. Shook, do you have an intro for that?
Bucks for the boys.
That's pretty good. We might
There
be
we
able to
go.
use that. Line them up. Sound real gospel. Preaching the gospel of B for B. What is B for
layer it
B?
a few times.
Exactly. What is B for B, you ask? That is Bucks for the Boys. Bucks for the Boys is how we keep this show not on the road, here in studio. And you can go to our website, revivemotoring.com, where you can sign up for B4B, or like we said, Bucks for the Boys, which is a sustainable donation that comes to us once a month from you to help keep the lights on. We bring you a lot of stuff week to week between us, Loose is Fast, Topics Under the Stairs, whenever we can. Obviously, our YouTube content. I have a handful of videos. Actually, no. I have one video in the queue. The R32 video, intro video I made for that. My audio is fucked for some reason, so that's a no-go. Started to edit that the other day. Needless to say, I got to shoot another one. Anyway, we try our best to bring you some content from us, car-related and all that other good stuff, multiple times a week. And to do that is not inexpensive or free. So we need your help to keep the lights on. B4B is how we do this. If you notice, we don't have a shit ton of ads at the beginning of every episode. We once did. Those are great. Those are fine. We appreciate the vendors that did and helped us. But we want to be free willy-nilly and be able to say whatever we want and don't want to try to sell you stuff at the beginning of every episode. We just want to be, us. Chill vibes only, that sort of stuff. And like I said, the B4B is what supports that. You guys support that. You keep things moving. Go to our website, revivalmotoring.com, B4B. Help us, help you, help us. With that said, there's other ways to help us.
Mm-hmm.
You can share this with your friends. If you're perhaps on a plane traveling with a series of people stuck in a tube, I think that's a great opportunity to present to them the Revival Motoring podcast. You can learn about pasta. Today, we're going to learn about some highways, majors, minors, mediums. There's a lot of that coming up. This is foreshadowing.
Yep.
Sorry. You can go back, play these. Sometimes flights are long. You can probably play 2 or 3 episodes if you really want to. Trap them in there. Get the captain involved. Most captains would probably want to learn the truck system.
I'm the captain now.
It's true.
Okay. Maybe they want to hear our impeccable impersonations.
It's very true. Maybe they want to learn about crab fishing.
Crab fishing.
Still blows my mind.
Coffee.
All sorts
big
of
stuff.
stuff. So that's a good opportunity. You can share this with other people and hopefully get them sucked on in.
Not off. In.
Because we will keep sucking from here on out.
Two different suckers.
So you can get them listening, share us with them, give them the gospel of revival. That's about it for the B4B. That's all I got. Share it. We're going to be here no matter what.
Leave some
we appreciate
reviews.
you. Yes, reviews are big. They help us out.
Yeah, and then just anytime you got some news, any info you want to drop in there, anything you want to share, throw it our way.
Mm-hmm.
Contribution isn't just monetary.
And if you are a B4B subscriber, you will automatically be entered to win some stuff from us once a month, each and every month, as well as receive some stuff in the mail from us from time to time when we can. So with that said, with each episode, we have a thing that we call BPL. We used to have NASA involved, but we kicked them to the curb. I heard they're working on, what the hell's the Space Force? Space Force.
SpaceX?
Not SpaceX.
SpaceX is not under NASA.
No, SpaceX is Elon's thing. Space Force
Totally separate.
is a whole
Like
new
Air
branch of the
Force
government.
in
It's like
space.
Power Rangers.
In space, exactly. That's that. We
Space.
Zordon.
Space Force.
We used to get them involved, but we decided we don't need them. We can figure this out on our own.
Yeah, we don't need those fucking idiots.
So we have a thing called BPL, and that is bucks per listen. That is the way
Buckaroos.
we rate each and every episode previously. So with that said, I think we have a new BPL this week, Corey.
We do. Last week must have been something people liked because we're at 32 cents per listen.
Wow, look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
32.
32
More than
cents per listen.
31.
More than 31.
It's true.
It is our tied for our 4th highest.
Wow.
I like that.
Tied for our 4th highest. 4th highest was on
Oh, I still have to do
522.
A burnout.
I still have to do a burnout.
Hey,
Well-
yeah, you do,
Yeah.
but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Let's fix it first.
Yep.
We could have tried. Would have died.
Could have
So-
failed.
That would have been bad.
Listen, when I saw on the interwebs that your car was broken, I was like, man, I missed it. Shook did the burnout and a break in his car. It's a bummer.
Didn't even get to do it myself.
And then I figured out that it wasn't you. So I was like, oh, boy.
Oy vey.
Oy vey.
Oy vey.
Yeah. So 32 cents per listen.
Yep.
Trevor Root
T-Root.
said that he had a set of tires that could burn off.
Perfect.
Love that.
So
I hope they're
It's
like.
going to burn off.
I hope they're like
burn off.
70s truck tires.
If we get another 42069, maybe we could get him to nose burnout with me into each other.
That's like a sumo match.
I mean, if he's interested in that, I think we can do it the same for 2069.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get another 42069.
No, I get it, but it's a far stretch.
Yeah.
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 I think all that it
took
would
us
take.
like 2.5 years to get the first one, and it was donated to us from a member of Revival Motoring.
Yes, sure. But
That's like taking money out of your right pocket
Right.
and put it in your left pocket.
Just-
hey,
You're
maybe
like,
someone-
oh, I got some money.
You see the way my bank account's set up.
It's like sitting on your hand and playing with yourself.
Yeah.
It's called a
stranger.
stranger.
John Hall. I I took the first two. This is, another great way. You can't donate. You jump in the chat. 7 p.m. live.
YouTube.
Every Wednesday. Up on the YouTube.
7-ish.
We were, I think 7:05 today. 7:05. Yeah. Josh and I were both working on our cars, and then we were both like, fuck, it's 7. But yeah. You can jump in there. You can be a part of the show. For example, John Hall asked if I was doing the HPA wiring course. I took the first 2, and then it kind of went left into like making a from scratch, which is not the avenue I was going around. I was just trying to get like the pure basics of understanding, and I was like, this is too much. This is too much for me.
It is not too much for you. You just have to apply yourself.
Not now. At the time, I took the first 2 when I was doing the polo wiring.
Oh.
And that was not a from scratch situation. I think now it'd be cool to jump in and continue. But jump on in the chat.
How cool would it be if we did an episode where we're all just dicking around in the garage? We'd have to get chest mics.
You could not even chest. You could do like little lapels and just one aerial camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One aerial camera the whole time.
Do you want to do like in the corner or like straight up above everything? So you
look like from like right on the other side of this wall.
We could use GoPro has the app where you can see shit on it.
Yeah, you know how many times I've fucked up using that app when I used to film stuff?
Oh, it's almost undoubtedly.
I'd film a 5-minute segment and it was just 500 photos.
I remember that with the wiring harness. Yeah,
or it's in between every segment. It's you walking to the next thing.
Yeah. Or what? You think you were hitting record, but you were hitting stop record, and then you'd go do something, and you'd go back and hit record.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've done that. The time lapse. I've done time lapse. I've done more wrong than right.
You wouldn't even have to hit record, technically. You would just do like a GoPro, stream it to something, capture that with the Ada Mini.
Yeah.
I think that the second race I did, we accidentally put it to pictures instead of film.
So it's just a time lapse.
Yeah, but like every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Scott Nord in the chat.
Hello, Scott.
I wanted to get to news.
Peeking.
Because somebody's in the chat, and I don't even want to name them, but they are going to potentially be affected by the long dick of the law, once again, overextending itself and having a problem with K vehicles.
In an inappropriate manner.
In Massachusetts.
I thought we were going to talk about big beef.
No. What's the beef thing?
The Joey Chestnut.
Oh, that too. That's all. Don't even get me started on that. Well, no, that's a him problem.
True.
That's a him problem.
As you said the other day, when you fight big beef, you get the big meat stick.
That's exactly what happens.
I wish I had a big meat stick right now.
So Massachusetts is now, I believe, on the verge or starting to legislate, introduce whatever, a rule to, as Rhode Island, basically make K trucks, K vehicles, ixnay on the fun day.
So I'm not sure it's an ixnay. I think it's a transfer to a low-speed vehicle registration.
Oh, is that what it's going to be?
It's not a no registration. Listen, my reading comprehension isn't the best.
Public schools.
Yeah. But I believe it's going to be a transfer to a low-speed vehicle registration instead of a standard vehicle registration.
Okay.
So you're going to get a plate that's labeled, I think it's LSV for a low-speed vehicle, which means it's easier to identify you, to pull you over when you're traveling at a higher speed.
Yeah. So the bit of info
I
wouldn't take it on the highway anyways.
Bit of info I've seen is that RMV is going to be revoking registration applications. So I don't know if obviously that means applications. So any new K trucks K vehicles being registered, they just will not allow. Maybe the old ones are grandfathered in. But needless to say, they're toting it as it does not meet highway safety standards when pressed for question. When they were pressed for questioning and rationale, there were no further comments. we're going to dive more into it, I'm sure, as more develops.
I just don't understand that when you let a fucking Model T drive around
Yeah.
everywhere.
But it's the same, right?
Volkswagen Beetle, like
motorcycles.
Yeah.
Like, hey, motorcycles are fast.
Grom.
But it's just
Not all motorcycles.
There's so many different loopholes that if you're making an argument,
Yeah, more like poop holes.
oftentimes bullshit is toted to you as it's for your own good, safety, precaution.
Yeah, fuck you. This is America.
Humanitarian, exactly.
I think it's like not bait and switch a little bit. Like it's like, hey, we're not taking them. We just have to switch your registration to something else.
Yeah.
So with Jordan saying he wants a cappuccino, I feel like the main problem is quote unquote, is the trucks because they have a very specific look to them.
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to get away with a more standard looking K car.
I don't know, man. The Honda Beat is outside. Not anymore, but it was earlier. And like, dude, you put this thing in traffic and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
this
but
thing,
the person at the DMV isn't going to know that.
they would know something's off. There's like the VIN number is different. Like there's a lot of
there's
different
going to
things.
be, and I'm sure for imported vehicles, as which they all are, there's going to be another set of standards that they have to look.
Do you want to know what's going to be really funny? When you get some cop that doesn't know shit from fuck, and they pull over a classic Mini, which technically fits within the size requirements of a K car,
Right.
and
Right.
it's fully okay to have.
Bit of a
I wouldn't want to anger the old British car people.
bit of a kerfluffle, if you for lack of a better
They
term.
have a lot of time on their hands. 'Cause
I've
the
had
cars are
this
never
car
working.
since last Tuesday.
Me mum brought this over in 1976.
Yeah.
I've been driving it since, and now he's going to get me.
You fucking wanker.
The thing is, like a low speed vehicle registration, if that is what they're doing is with transferring into that, it's like, come on.
You get to put the sweet triangle on the back, right?
Nah, it's just like a plate that has
Oh,
like the LSV on it.
Some
Or
white
LS or
some white reflective tape. You're good.
Yeah.
Just cover
So
up that.
that's what in the chat. I don't. Yeah. Ransom Garage says DMB clerk's going to say this is a short VIN. Can't register this even if it's not a K. That's my fear. Is no.
Kit card.
This
time.
is all of them. This is you can't.
This
no,
is
no.
every import.
Just as I've learned recently, the person at the window can basically make up whatever fucking rules they want until proven incorrect.
Yeah, every time I'm at the DMV registering a vehicle, I feel like I'm having a background check conducted on me.
Anally.
Yeah. Like when I was
NLDG.
registering the Sequoia, the guy was like, "What is a Sequoia?
Says
Why
Tyler
are
right
you
there,
registering it?"
Right.
You're like, it's none of your business.
Yeah, because I fucking want to. Like, shut the
It's the
fuck
same
up.
thing where you go like take money out of the bank. They're like, what are you using it for? It's like to put in my pocket.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't
did-
know.
I
Put
did
under
get
my
asked that
mattress?
actually when I pulled out money for the Sequoia.
What if you're at the bank and you're like, I need 10K? Oh, I'm going to go buy a bunch of cocaine.
Yeah,
It
when
doesn't fucking matter.
I pulled out money to buy my bike, and the lady at the key bank was like, "We don't have that kind of cash," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Then what the fuck are you?"
Buddy, you
here
don't happen to
for?"
Greece like 5 years ago?
No,
People wanted their money and the money didn't exist.
Yeah. It's all
crazy.
fake.
Yeah.
It's all fake.
Yeah, I know it's all fake.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. She was like blown away that it wasn't even a lot. It was like $4,100.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, we don't have that much cash."
You got to call in advance to schedule it.
Yeah.
It's not even a lot of
I'd
money.
have been like, lady, bust open the ATM right now. I bet you there's that much in there.
Yeah, just do laps around the ATM.
She was bullshitting because her manager came in and there was that much money, but it's just weird. I don't know.
The people at the DMV and the people at the banks have power trips because they know they hold everything over you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what they can't hold? The weight of a bulldozer covered in bulletproof metal. Because sometimes, Matt, sometimes reasonable men have to do unreasonable things.
Listen,
I knew it was
listen.
coming.
The man had a rusty septic tank that he was pumping his shit water into and was getting into the ground.
Well,
Worst things get put in the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
But there was chances for this to be solved reasonably, and he chose the unreasonable way.
Well, no, it's principles. He chose principles, is what he did.
What's the kid say? He stood on business.
Yeah, he did that.
He stood on his business. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, he did.
Oh, man.
So yeah, there's no article. This is just stuff that's literally
You're going to
breaking
end up
news
with
as of
you're
today.
going to end up with a license plate that's the exact same license plate that goes on like a golf cart. Because like in certain towns in Massachusetts, towns and cities in Massachusetts, you can register a golf cart with a low-speed vehicle registration.
Yeah. All the people in Clinton just drive around the beach areas.
Golf cart that does 20 miles an hour is going to have the same registration as you.
What plates do side-by-sides get?
Low-speed vehicle.
But you could still drive those on the road?
Not.
Only in
Not in
a
Connecticut.
low-speed situation. Yeah,
Yeah.
not in Connecticut.
I mean, around your neighborhood, as long as you have some tweez in your system, you can do just about anything you want.
Tweez?
Twisted teas.
Okay, that's what I was.
Twisted
that's-
teas?
I wasn't quite sure.
That's what I was going to say. That's all I need to do to provoke Trevor Root to do a burnout up
Just
here.
give him a couple twisted
Couple
teas.
tweez.
One twisted tea.
That's his like ignition switch.
That's
I imagine
That's the kill switch?
when he's drinking one, I hear the intro to
Kickstart my heart.
Kickstart My Heart.
it's like
Yeah, I knew. Thank you.
it's like hawking over the top. It's like
Yeah.
a switch. I just flip my cat.
Like a machine.
Like his eyes are opening really wide, and
Yeah.
you can see that vein in his neck start pumping to the beat.
Oh my god! Gotta get it. Can't do that, but get a couple of those in him before a round.
Yeah,
Let's fucking go
that's
out there,
highly illegal.
Doran. Just go out there, Doran.
I don't know. Probably the Formula Drift rules.
You think there's something in there for that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
think that something is implied that's not written? So you could probably skirt it.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, this is different. It's motorsport,
You're
but
talking
like
about people assuming not eating burgers. This is
I know NFL, MLB, NBA. I've heard some stories about what they do pregame.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
but you're not
not.
driving a car.
Yeah,
No.
it's on a closed track.
I know, but there's optics there.
You're gonna tell me
long as it's
nobody
in
in
a
NASCAR.
bag.
There's no fucking
You
way.
keep it in the trailer.
There's no fucking way. Nobody in
I'm
NASCAR.
I'm not saying he does this. I'm not saying he should. But I'm saying you could.
Right. And there's no
I'm just
way.
saying there's no rule that says you can't.
Nobody in NASCAR hasn't pounded fucking 6 or 7
Maybe in the
brewskis.
60s, they drug test you now. They'll pop you for like Adderall and shit too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, this is the government
They
takes
test
fun
you-
out of it.
Yeah. You can-
Now at the
Fucking-
local tracks, that's a different story.
Oh, the Waterford Speedball
Yeah.
is like a twee heaven.
Seems to be if you,
You
want
can't. They breathalyze you at the starting line. They're like, "That's rookie."
Listen,
numbers.
listen.
Bump that up.
At one point,
up.
it seemed like to drive the street stock division, you had to have a felony.
That's what makes it more fun.
Yeah, probably 15 dudes in that division, like stolen, like robbed stores, stuck up
It's
places.
the felony division.
Yeah,
And for those
Anything
listening,
goes.
we're obviously joking around.
correct.
So
Listen, when you drive a Monte Carlo, G-frame Monte Carlo, you got to have a little bit crazy in the system.
I know I'm not going to name names.
All right. I am in the 2024 Formula D rule book. This is the sporting regulation section. And it says the use of any narcotic, controlled substance, performance-enhancing drugs, and or recreational drugs as defined by federal and or state law by any participant is expressly prohibited. Even if prescribed by a licensed physician, consumption of alcoholic beverages shall not commence until all official functions of a specific series or event have been completed.
So no drinking.
Yeah,
No drinking.
no
It's
drinking.
in the rule
Adderall.
book. It's in the rule book.
No Adderall then.
You'd have to get an exemption for it. Like
It says you can't.
you can prior.
If you you have to do your due diligence
you
to
can't
get all
just
that
show
stuff
up there
approved.
and pop
Right.
pills and
Right.
oh, I
If
take
somebody
Adderall.
definitively needs it.
You can't even gamble on this shit. Oh, what a crock.
You can't play CeeLo in the pit.
Hey, so some dude last week in the MLB got popped for gambling again.
Yeah, he's kicked out forever.
yeah, it's second Pete Rose right there.
Yep.
He made like was it
438 bets or
Yep.
something like that.
and he only came up like 10 grand.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he only
He's the
won
worst gambler of all time.
Yeah.
of
basically.
like 438 bets. Some obscure number. He won like 4 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's-
and he bet like 5 times on his
Yeah.
own team when he was out for injuries.
Oh, my God.
They're not the smartest. Pro sports players know like 2 things, and it's like illegal shit and sport.
Yeah. No in between.
No. Like Gronk, all he knows is football and party. That's
Yeah.
it.
And Dunkin' Donuts,
That falls under party
Yeah.
I guess.
for him.
Gronk coffee. Gronk.
Spike. I have a vehicle. I want to pass through the
Yeah,
news
I want to
'cause
get
we
some
got a
visuals on this, Bad Larry.
good topic. But I'm going to pull this thing up because it is a bad mamma jamma.
We like jam here.
We certainly do. And this has the jam.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that son bitch.
That is a proper way to describe that as a son
It's a son bitch. It is the
this
Ford,
one you were talking about?
Ford Mustang GTD. This is the Mustang of all Mustangs that, again,
The
we've
full
talked.
D.
The full D. This is all the D. We talked about this. 325,000. Bunch of people. They're already pre-ordered. We're never going to see one.
rear
et cetera, et
suspension
cetera.
window.
Crazy vehicle. They decided to release and reveal that it has an optional performance package. This is
Wait,
debuting
a
at...
performance package on top
How
of
much
it?
more performance do you need?
Just give me it.
No, look at
It's
Porsche.
the GT 350 more D.
The Mustang.
Listen, look at Porsches. You have the GT3
No,
RS with
there's
the
most
you have the
D.
Weissach
It's like the
package.
monster of just car vehicle production. Just when you thought there was enough D, there's more D.
But wait, there's more.
The Mustang is headed to Le Mans in GT3 racing trim, and to help mark the occasion, Ford has revealed some new information about the street legal version. Aside from getting our first look at the Mustang GTD's interior, we learned that multiple option packages will be available. And one of them is a performance package, simply called the Performance Pack. I love that naming convention. The upgrades are focused on weight and aerodynamics. The front fascia gets dive planes and a large splitter, while further back, a drag reduction system is added to the massive rear wing. Underbody flaps are also part of the package, and included with all that is a lightweight package that removes sound deadening. It also will get you these 20-inch magnesium wheels seen on the car pictured here, wearing a new shade of paint called Chroma Flame.
Well,
I thought it was Climax Red. Sorry.
I'm glad that they mentioned those 20-inch wheels because they suck.
The thing that I hate the most about this is that there's still like regular 5-lug wheels.
I hate
You want it to be centers
Center
at
lugs,
that price?
absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I hate
Okay.
nothing about this.
You
I
like
would
those
sell.
wheels?
I would sell a lung. Can you survive with one lung? Probably, right?
maybe.
A lung, a kidney, whatever I have two of, minus my
Yeah,
limbs.
You would sound like the kid from
You know what I'm really not into?
what besides the wheels?
The front fenders. It's too much.
That's what the race car has, though.
Oh,
it's
so
too
good.
much.
Oh, it's so
I think
good.
they should.
Some
be
say
color
not
matched.
enough.
They should be color matched.
I agree. They should be colored.
And it wouldn't be as abrasive.
No, I like the contrast.
Well,
For
you
this
can order
thing,
it
I
like
want it
that,
to
then.
scream.
No, because there's none in
fucking-
the rear. It should have just been color matched.
Listen. This is his
Look,
GT3
The
back
RS.
looks good. It's got
I mean,
birthing
I
hips.
hate the exhaust on that.
Exhaust
a
are
lot.
not
I'm a
bad.
big blue oval guy.
Oh my God! Hold on. Wait, never mind. That's just the.
Of all the things, I feel like the exhaust is not.
Those looks like the brakes you had on your Mustang.
Wait, it's got
It's pretty close.
It's got push button trunk release. Is that what we're
It's
looking?
probably
looks
not
like it.
much of a trunk.
Akrapovich, but the tips look shitty.
Ooh, automatic.
Yeah.
Ford interior. God, what do they do?
Wait,
this?
I hate
go.
what they did.
Can you go to that fucking infotainment
You,
center?
want- you mean
machine?
that screen?
The 46-inch monitor on the dashboard? It's like 3 iPads.
The monitor on the dashboard extends from the driver's seat across the center console,
Out the
just
passenger window.
stopping before the passenger seat.
uh,
Oh, there's more. Yeah, why do they do that? There's a bunch
Seats
more.
are really nice.
Seats are
Reminds me of the
badass.
964.
yeah, they look like Brem seats or whatever the fuck that brand is.
Don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare!
You were gonna say Brom?
You were gonna. That's what
Brom.
you're gonna do. Yeah, don't you do
I
it.
mean, that's what it looks like.
Let's
Lucid engine bay.
Look at that
Suspension window,
You
baby.
mean the suspension bay? Look at this. Would you look at it?
I'm looking. Oh, it's a cantilever.
Yes.
I had
There's
a
so much.
I had a
There's so
comment
much.
about this other than the fucking hideous wheels.
That's the exhaust tips for me. That suck.
It's so good.
I hate them.
Just give me that. Don't change a thing. Magnifique.
Would you take this or a Porsche 911 GT2?
This because of its limitedness.
Okay.
For right now.
I would want this too. I think.
I would too. What color?
That one right there.
Not a red.
I'm fine with that. You can make it a brighter red.
You'd
A
want
black
red
one would be sick.
Is this a real photo?
Yes.
Yes.
That's at the Dearborn
No, it's AI.
facility.
You couldn't tell there's one extra finger. So it's AI.
The wheel and tire setup just looks off to me.
Because
they're
it's a
flat-faced.
bad wheel. That wheel is bad.
It might be because it's flat faced. That might be why.
Yeah, there's no concavity to it.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have, I mean, it's been flooding.
I would
Instagram,
rather this
so-
be on RPF ones.
Hey, you know what I appreciate? Look at the center caps and the wheels.
Are they dynamic ones?
Nope, they are level.
Actually level in the photos.
level in the photos.
Yeah. Do they do it here? I don't know
Yep.
if I can zoom in. Yeah.
You can
looks like
tell.
they're
Just you
there.
can just see. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Make the little extra effort.
It goes a long way.
I love this thing. It's so fucking cool.
Hey, but can I make the digital dash look like a Fox body? If not, I'm totally out.
You're out. Changes
Totally out,
everything.
totally out.
I want nothing
Totally
to do
out.
with it.
I hate that so much.
Really?
Yeah. Like the digital dashes you can fuck with. Like, oh, cool. It's just a skin. It's like a Winamp skin.
Yep.
It's not
It
actually.
very much reminds me of I don't know. It's sort of like in the same vein of changing your background on your Android phone or like changing your MySpace profile background.
No, the song. And then hiding
The
it
song, right? All that
with
stuff.
XHTML.
It's kind of like I get it. It's kind of cool, but you're obviously still
I
not
think,
going to.
yeah, but if it's your
analog
car, you
stuff.
should be able to do whatever you want to it. So editing that stuff, I don't think is
So
necessarily
I've
a bad
got
thing.
something in that same vein. Actually,
Fire in the hole.
There's this English company called Lanzante. They're building. It's called the Tag Championship.
You could have told me that was Italian. And
I
I
would
would
have thought, yeah, no, I know. So it's a 930, 911 that they're putting an actual Formula One engine in.
Oh
They're
my
making
God.
3 of them.
Nice.
It's called the Tag Championship because back then McLaren used engines that were branded by Tag, like Tag Heuer.
Yep.
So they're putting the 1.5 liter turbo V6 out of a old McLaren Formula One car in this 911.
Oh wow!
It revs to 10 250. So this is back in the day they didn't rev shit high, but these are the ones that in qualifying trim made like 1,500 horsepower.
Are these the ones that just have the most iconic F1 sound?
No, those are the V10s.
Okay.
From the late 90s and early 2000s.
Okay.
These still sounded absolutely wicked.
Yep.
Cars like all carbon fiber.
The rear wing setup is wild.
Yeah.
I imagine those are intercoolers back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild setup.
It's going to be officially unveiled at Goodwood this year.
Yeah, spelling on that is Lanzant.
Yep.
E.
Lanzante.
Yeah. And I'm telling you because I
Muy.
spelt it wrong.
Oh, it's actually Niki Lauda's
Nicki Minaj.
1985 F1 engine.
Yeah. Yeah, like they're actually race-use engines.
They have
that
3 of
have
them?
they've been refreshed and redone, and they're going to be throwing them to 911s. I just want to hear this thing. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
and
hold there.
on the render of it, because they have a car that's in full carbon that's like the real one, but the render for it has it painted up like the McLarens of the era, which was the McLaren, with the Marlboro McLaren look.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Marlboro. Listen, I'm not a smokes guy, but Marlboro or actually any cigarette,
Any Marlboro
Yeah.
any
gear.
cigarette,
Cigarette
livery.
branding was great.
I want to
Yeah.
do a Newport livery.
Honestly,
Camel
so
Crush.
I've done Newport liveries as like jokes for like iRacing shit.
Yeah.
It actually comes across really well because the colors are really nice.
I think a Camel Crush livery would work really well on the 36.
Yeah.
Do it.
Like the camel.
Smoking
print it.
Joe.
Let's do it.
I'll print it. Yeah.
What if we did a I wanted to do a Natter Days one. Would be killer.
Well, no, you definitely should do a Smoking Joe one. Like a Camel Smoking Joe one, because all the race vehicles for that had a metallic purple base.
There you go. Metallic purple base going on out there.
And they had like the
Cream of the crop.
cream of the crop, and like the front of them were yellow.
The yellow Camel. What is this? This almost looks like a Dakar vehicle.
Ooh.
You know what?
Those are cool guys.
If you're listening right now to us, send us your best livery brand idea. Like, what would be a hilarious livery brand on a car? Like a good one. Imagine like a Toys R Us one.
Ooh, Vortex? There we go.
It's Peugeot. I think it's a 405 T16.
There's some cool. There's a lot of flexibility for a cool ass Camel livery.
Telling
Yeah.
you.
I think
That's not
Camel.
purple, though.
Yeah.
Do
That's-
Camel
that's
cigarettes, do
purple.
they still exist? This is a dumb question. I don't even know if Camel still exists.
Well,
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
that's what my dad used to smoke.
Camel
That's purple.
6?
Yeah, there's like a
Josh,
piece
while you
of
have
it
the
is purple.
screen pulled up,
Mhm.
I want to take a look at everything here. If you want to go to gminvolve.com,
I need a lot more purple.
I saw one of these things in person the other day while I was at a charger. My God, this was ugly.
Oh, wait.
Oh, the new Silverado thing?
No, the Bright Drop, the van,
Oh, I think it's
This
fucking
right
cool.
here?
Oh,
What?
I love those.
the Bright Drop.
What's
That
wrong with
thing?
that?
So It had Michigan plates on it.
So I was just going to say, this is noted as pre-production unit shown throughout.
So it had Michigan plates on it. And, I'm really bad with, I should take a photo of this. And it wasn't until later on in the day when I was thinking back on it and I wrote it down in my notes to make sure I talk about it that I was like, I should have taken a photo of this.
Those mirrors are fucking horrific.
Inside, so he got out, the gentleman got out, and the door slides into the body of the vehicle.
Does it make a noise like a Star Trek door? Like,
No. He moved it with his hand.
Okay.
But
I bet it was dead silent.
the inside looked like it was just folded steel. Like it was fully unfinished inside.
Like a steel building, like when you have like a steel building garage, just the inside of that was the.
Yeah, it just like there was no dash. It was just like it was like a stainless steel like folded thing with a steering column and a screen. That's it.
Yeah, that's odd.
And it had Michigan plates on it. He was plugged into the supercharger near my house for probably 30 minutes.
Where did we touch on where the fuck your car is?
Which one?
The new one?
Oh, the Tesla?
Yeah.
Oh, Catherine's driving it.
Oh.
Because the Mini was getting some work done to it.
Oh.
So I swapped out the 1 Series and
I want to go
I'm
for a
driving
ride
that
in it.
home.
That's crazy.
Oh, next week.
That's not today. So I have to wait a week.
Yeah, make sure you come next week. Then we'll
I'm going to come.
Yeah.
You know what EV van I do like is the Rivian one for Amazon.
Love them.
They're adorable.
Love them.
Yeah, they're
Whenever I see them
massive.
coming, they put a smile on my face because the front of it is just like this big dopey like eye. Like two
Look at that little
circle
guy.
eyes.
Yeah.
Look at that little bitch.
But it was cool. So I guess I saw some sort of
Yeah, that's
probably
actually
test
pretty
mule
cool
of
to
some
see.
sort.
Especially seeing that the nearest location to us is in Clifton, New Jersey. So you've seen something.
and I was in Seacock, Massachusetts.
yeah.
They were taking it for laps at the Speedway.
Maybe.
So
Yeah,
they're
maybe.
ripping.
They were running it over the figure 8 jumps.
It was big. I mean, you look at if I just bring up some like quick numbers for it, I mean, you're looking at the gross vehicle weight ranging from 9,900 to 11,000 pounds.
Shouts to Grape Whistle, by the way, already immediately sending me a livery.
Here we go.
Big
It's a
shouts.
Vans off the wall livery.
That's a great
that's
B
a
for
sick
B
one.
contribution right there. Non-monetary. Hey, look at this.
It's fucking cool, and that car is cool too. I don't know what it is.
Charging rate remarkably slow. Only 160 miles per hour charge rate. So like, that's
I wonder if it's built off a lower voltage.
maybe, but like,
Yeah, generally though those.
what size? This thing must have a huge battery to move something that large.
Yeah, but it doesn't go far in a day.
No, looks like it's combined range. It's in standard trim 164, in max trim 272.
Yeah, it's just meant for like the
Literally
final
postal.
step delivery.
Yeah, final step delivery. But yeah, I'm surprised the charge rate is really what kind of. There's two things. I expected the maximum payload to be higher. It's only 3,100 pounds, 3,200, and I thought the charge rate was crazy slow. But I guess you're right. I mean, 160 an hour. I mean,
And plus, like you're just going to be using it for your day and then dropping it off and going home.
yeah, and getting plugged in and going from there. But I mean, a behemoth of a vehicle.
It looks like it'd be big.
Dude, it's enormous. It's enormous. It was backed into the spot, and there was like almost a full other car of it outside of the spot.
God.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a big vehicle. So
Holy shit.
cool to see.
Yeah.
But one of these things you're like, nah, I should have taken a photo of that. So then I was doing like brake drop, and then it came up. I didn't even know what this was until I Googled it and it came up.
I saw an unmarked Sprinter van on the way here today. The plate was just eBay, Rhode Island. eBay RI was the plate.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw a plate yesterday that just said 3 boys.
3 boys in the yard.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Moving right along. Legendary tuner HKS is building stroked Toyota GR Corolla crate engines.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm going to rapid fire here with some news.
Yeah, news me.
Nevada's Figure 8 roundabout is being removed after, you guessed, too many crashes.
Where is this
Suck at driving.
roundabout?
Chris,
I will bring this up for you. I don't
so easy.
exactly know where it is. No, what would confuse people, I believe, is this whole section here, because I guarantee this person, I bet the crashes occur right here between this person and these people most often.
This reminds me, remember Crossfire?
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
So
if it's in Nevada, it's going to be in Las Vegas.
let's see. According to the Las Vegas Review, Henderson has seen 95 crashes since being installed in 2018.
That's not that many.
95
In one area?
I mean,
in 6 years.
The one out here, I'm sure, has
95
seen
divided by 6.
that on a
Also, it
Tuesday
says 13 of them just this year alone.
Okay.
through May 15th of this
They
year.
were, on the 13th one, the guy was like, all right.
12 we're okay with.
Also,
My body
A
is a
kidney
temple of 2 for 99-cent tacos.
Same.
What?
what are you reading?
Whatever that paragraph is, okay, to
Oh,
be
wow, you're
fair,
right.
it is stupid. The adjacent strip mall doesn't help either. I don't remember how many times I go to the circle damn thing just to go to the Jack in the Box.
It's because it's saying that the roundabout is in the boonies. The area traffic is generally just residents in the not yet overcrowded subdivisions. Raiders employees and hikers headed to Sloan Canyon. But if the Hendo City data is accurate,
Can you
the
go up again?
Yeah, inspired Bicentennial. Hold on, Parkway intersection averages a crash and a half per month.
How do you have a crash?
Why couldn't they just keep the roads straight and then put lights?
That's what they're trying to avoid, people stopping.
Yeah.
Well,
How many
because
people are
if this
driving through
lane wanted to get this way,
But if it was just straight, right? Like if the fucking weird mouth thing was just straight, they could just take a...
couldn't they? Right? Couldn't they basically
left.
have one lane? I mean, one road here,
And
and
another
just a
road.
lane that goes that way, and a lane that goes that way,
Yeah,
and a
Yeah,
light.
they're
twice.
avoiding people stopping. That's the point of it.
But in a non-high traffic area.
Think
Yes.
of
Yeah, but they're
for
like-
people who are not visually right now. Think of a roundabout that looks like the infinity symbol.
Yeah, yeah.
But it
something
doesn't-
that
it
But they don't cross over.
Yeah,
But yeah, but they don't cross.
something a college chick would get tattooed on her wrists.
It looks like a peanut.
All they do is
Yeah,
crash.
peanut.
A city spokesperson said the roundabout made sense at the time. This, of course, was
No,
a
it didn't.
time before the Raiders, before the Costco, before KB Home, Leonard, and
What?
Pult
They're
building on every
blaming
piece of
it.
empty
No,
desert.
no. People have been stupid since before they put it in.
This is true.
The final paragraph there.
People
is where
have
the
been
money
stupid
is.
since the
And-
body of Christ. Its removal is slated to begin in November, but before then, residents and visitors alike can expect to see a super bloom of another local icon, the Nevada State Flag.
AKA the orange.
The
cone.
orange traffic cone.
That's funny.
Fair. Okay, fair.
So, while we're on the topics of people being fucking dumb
Yes.
at driving,
Mm-hmm.
can I just tell you that my biggest pet peeve is when you are at a stoplight and you're like 6 cars back. When the light goes green, the first car's like, I'm going to go. Then the second car's like, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to go.
So
That drives me fucking nuts.
I've
Like,
thought about this a lot.
if everybody just went at the same time,
Yes. And I mean at the same time.
you'd get so many cars out.
But
Yeah.
you can't put.
No, because everybody's on their fucking phone.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Nobody's that synchronized.
So am I, but I can go. I'm not
You're not
stupid.
supposed to admit,
And that is where you crash into the person in front of you.
Well, listen, if I wish I could teleport into their car and just fucking right in their ear.
Listen, I had a friend.
loud as
I
I
had a
can.
friend-
Quit being a fucking idiot.
I had a friend rear end someone at a light while it was red because they were using their phone and their foot came off the clutch.
Love that.
Just
There was driving the boys to school this morning. There was, my assumption is a teenage driver who rear-ended a school bus coming
Wow,
off
that's-
coming off an exit.
that could have been really bad. How high the back of a school bus is.
They were going at a slow speed, and it
Okay.
was only like the headlight on the
Okay.
right-hand side. So
Okay.
my guess is they were trying to go around.
Yeah.
You know what else is fucking annoying? When the car in front of you starts to go and you're at like a stoplight and they're going right and they start to go and
then
so
stop.
you look away. So you're like, is there anybody coming? No. So then you start to go. And then as you look straight, their brake lights are on for no fucking reason.
Well, I experienced
There's
that.
many experiences.
That
Yeah,
is
so I
another
experienced-
situation.
Terrible
I want to
drivers.
GTA them out of the car.
I experienced it on the way here. Somebody stopped going into that roundabout up there for like 10 seconds.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, dude.
Another thing I wanted to rapid fire bring up is that last week we talked about the old Toyota Tundra issues.
Yep.
Dealers are refusing Toyota Tundra trade-ins over twin turbo V6 recall. Dealers don't want to sit on the used Tundra inventory while waiting for the recall
Can
to
they
be
do that?
fixed.
Can they tell you they don't want to take your car?
I
yeah,
think there's
absolutely.
dealers can for sure. I think there's various stages to this because I'm sure there's going to be a class action lawsuit and blah blah blah.
Oh,
but
of
all this
course.
stuff
Oh,
has to
yeah.
be determined. So it's unfortunate if you have one of these vehicles and it did go kaput or you're afraid to drive. I think you're up shit's creek. I don't know what you're.
Well, the first problem is
able
you
to
didn't
do.
buy a first gen Toyota Tundra.
Yes.
The best Toyota Tundra ever made
I have
with
Toyota.
God's engine in it.
My question about that is, did they pick the story up from one person?
Right? Is it a
Yeah, like
dealer?
They got one guy.
Was it one guy
one-
who tried to bring it to one dealer, and that one dealer was like, no, like,
Yeah.
And so he was like, "Hey, these fucking
You
guys
see this
over
fucking
here."
shit? You see this?
Yeah, we got one guy.
because depending on what something's written, one can become all.
So fast.
Yeah.
Every time I get a call, I can't print. It's a major work outage. I'm like, you or everyone?
We tried
But they
turning it
say
off and back
everyone
on.
can't print. You or everyone?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think it's just me.
It's
Okay.
I also have Toyota news.
what do you
Okay,
got?
I'm tapped
Fire
on
away.
news.
So there's a new signature TRD color for the TRD Pro models. It's brown.
Yeah.
well,
which
it's
is very
turd
nice.
brown.
No. It has a much better name than that. The official color name is Mud Bath.
Mud bath?
Mud Bath.
Turd mud bath.
Not to be confused with Bloodbath.
Yes.
Oh, that would have been way cooler though.
It absolutely would
It
have.
actually it's a really nice. I like brown on cars. It's
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
it's
It's like desaturated brown.
I
Well,
like
that
that
one
a
looks
lot.
more saturated.
There's the old mud bath.
looks like chocolate
It's
milk.
like a fucking chocolate soup.
chocolate.
Chocolate soup.
Oh, like, created as a light brown shade that looks like the top layer of a Swiss Miss instant hot chocolate after it's been stirred vigorously.
Mud bath includes smooth glass. Gloss? Smooth
Gloss.
gloss. You were scrolling. It was hard to read.
Sorry.
I like it.
I do like the color.
Yeah.
Yeah, brown on car is pretty solid color.
Yeah.
You know what? I like to see that color on a Supra.
You know what the
Brown
dying, it's
Supra?
okay.
I'd love to see a brown Supra.
You know who has the best brown? Subaru. They have that. I think you know the metallic brown.
No, Toyota has the best brown that came on the Venza like 10 years ago.
Oh, that was the one that our
Is it
buddy
metallic?
Louie. Yes, our buddy Louie painted his Mark One.
Then it's probably
very
good.
good
It was
color.
very nice color.
Metallic browns are
It's a
hot.
high metallic too.
Yeah. Very high concentrate
Yeah.
of sparkle.
Poopy.
What else do we have for news?
We talked about the M2 last week.
Yep.
It's next year it's coming out and it's got more horsepower. And to be exact, I can give you some numbies to run with here. Looks like the horsepower is going up 20 to 473 horsepower. So it's a lot of ponies.
It's quite the ponies.
And it looks like buyers will opt for an 8-speed Steptronic automatic transmission, and they will look for more torque at 442. The manual will remain the same at 406. And you get 0.1 second faster 0 to 60. But listen, I stand that this is the best looking M car out currently.
100%.
So nice.
Is it
I
bigger?
see-
Big girls?
No.
No. I see a red one each and every morning traveling on the opposite highway as I am, and it's just a wonderful
A
part of my
magical-
day. It's
yeah.
just I see it.
Oh, there he is. Oh, gone.
I'm just
Wade,
angels play from the sky opens up.
For a brief moment.
There's fucking hot dogs.
Wade, do you
in the
live
sky.
Hit
in
your
the Gold
face.
Coast?
The Gold Coast?
Yeah, in Australia.
You said I need a Taco Bell livery. I need a Taco Bell delivery, buddy.
Because the other one,
Taco Bell livery would probably work pretty well with the purple.
Yeah.
Bell. You can throw a little Baja Blast
Dude,
in there somewhere.
imagine the car going by at Mock Jesus and the rear bumper just says Live Moss.
Open till 2 a.m.
buddy,
God.
give me like a couple weeks and I'll design something.
that
for
would
you.
be fucking wonderful.
Bah.
You're having a
I think
Baja
it's
Blast.
a great play. Looks like, you know what? Oh, I do have it here. The price, starting base MSRP is $66,075, which is $1,880 more. However, we quickly found out that last week you can really spec these Battle Larrys out to be way too much money.
I mean, that's going to be a $75,000 vehicle if you just sneeze the right way.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's $3,000 more than it was in 2023. So we're just kind of
Yeah. Trending in the wrong
climbing
direction.
up. Yeah,
I mean, what is money?
Wade, that was my
What
that
is
was my
money?
second.
yeah.
It's a construct.
Yeah. Really just holds every bag.
meant to
I don't-
hold us
Everybody back.
down.
I don't define myself by arbitrary numbers in my bank account.
What set of corners was that, Wade? The stuff on the back that's not used for the supercars track, or
That was my last bit of news. So, Matt, what exactly is he talking about?
So he lives in Adelaide, Australia.
Okay, and that's Wade in the chat. Thank you.
So in the 80s, before F1 went to Melbourne, they raced on a street circuit in Adelaide.
Yeah.
They shortened the street circuit since then. But he said they built a double roundabout there, and I'm trying to figure out where it is. But it was a great track. Still is a great track.
They built a double roundabout
in Adelaide to facilitate for a hairpin corner.
Oh, okay.
Double roundabout sounds like what two buddies who might be more than just two buddies do on a Saturday night, you know?
You think so?
Try to go back to my place, do a double roundabout. Live Moss.
You in for double roundy?
I'm in for a double roundy.
Yeah.
Nothing like a double roundy with the boys.
Double roundy.
Okay, so it's on the old F1 portion of the track.
So it's not on a section that's not used anymore?
It's on a section that's not used anymore.
Red Hot Troy and the double roundy.
The Australian accent really delivers it home.
Buddy, like the way they say some stuff sounds like y'all.
Please tell me that you guys over there say double roundy. Gotta go around the
They
double
might.
roundy?
I know they call afternoons arvos.
What the fuck that is?
Afternoon. Come on, Randy Arvo, have a few fucking brekkies.
Well, but like, why do they call it an
They have
Arvo?
a lot of slang.
Like McDonald's is Macca's.
Okay, I can connect that.
Arvo, like afternoon, Arvo.
But like, what's the vo? Like,
It's an Australian's a wild language.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's,
Yeah.
you know, the McDonald's one I get.
Like if
I
your
can
name
connect
is
it.
like Barry, back in the day, your nickname is Baza.
It doesn't matter what any of them say ever. When they say cunt, I laugh.
Yeah.
Kent.
It's too funny.
It's Kent. You fucking Kent.
What do we got there?
You're just double stack. Dude, you getting a double round? You hitting a double
Which
round?
one are you diving into?
Whatever one nobody else wants.
I'm taking the Canada Dry.
Fruit
I wanna try
splash
one
and an
of those.
orange.
I want to try both of those, to be honest.
Double roundy of those.
Plenty over there.
Plenty in the fridge.
So,
In the Arvo,
Wade,
we're gonna
at any
crash
point
on the
did you
double roundy?
own a Commodore or a Falcon? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they call a gas station's a servo.
I like that.
I can get it though.
Yeah, service station.
Makes
Again,
sense.
in
Right,
Arvo, there's no connection to me for it.
A cigarette is a smoko.
Smoko.
Yeah.
Well, there was a new Ferrari. There was a new V12 Ferrari. In the post I seen is, what should we name our new 12-cylinder Ferrari?
Yeah.
And it's 12 Cylindino or something
12
like that, dude.
Cylindini.
Is it serious?
Cylindini, yeah.
Yeah.
Swear to
Oh,
God,
well,
dude,
speaking
it's
of
so good.
Ferrari, one thing. Speaking of Ferrari, if anybody who listens to the show has been to the Ferrari museums and has done them,
Yep.
reach out to me. I have some questions, and I'm not finding the answers.
No, you
for
cannot
them.
touch.
No touch.
No touch.
Oh, no.
Maybe
Oh, no.
touch.
Wade, I
Maybe
appreciate
touch one
that.
time.
Maybe touch. Maybe touch if right ticket.
So is this a situation where you can't find out the information because there's just one lazy Italian who works there and you can't get him on the line?
Yeah, Giuseppe's not going to answer that
Right.
call.
No, it's just because Italy. There's no reason to provide the information.
yeah. They go,
So-
his name is Cordy. It's not Giuseppe. We have to give him info.
Once I give them the last name, it all comes together.
Yeah.
So there's two museums. There's the original facility in Modena, where Enzo was, and there's a small museum there with a lot of the older original cars. 20 kilometers down the road, there's Maranello, and that is like F1 town.
Okay.
That's like Ferrari. That's like the production.
Ferrari.
That's what Fiorano is.
Yeah. So, and you can do both, and a shuttle will take you from one to the other and back. But then there's a bus ticket you can buy, and it'll bring you in the facility.
Oh.
Sick.
That's what I got to figure
sick.
out.
Do you want to do that, though? I mean, yes. But you're also going to see a bunch of guys named Marco sitting around fucking smoking cigarettes.
That's why I want to go.
That's what 100% we want to go.
I'll
cylinder
start
rings with
fucking
pieces of
ripping
bologna.
darts with them. Like, we'll
Smokos?
break for lunch. Right.
Yeah.
You're going to walk in there. It's going to look like you walked in the 1950s.
Yeah.
They're going to be wearing the pleated
The
khakis.
jumpsuits.
Pleated khakis, white
So,
wife beaters.
I do want to kind of do as much of it as I can.
You think about going to the Lamborghini Museum as well?
No, I've got time to do one.
Fair.
I've got time to do one. So I figured I'll pick Ferrari. I mean,
yeah, I get that.
I'll be back there at some point.
Yeah.
My uncle,
motherland.
Yeah.
my uncle is like a big car guy,
No.
No.
wicked big car guy, but he only likes like Ferrari, Porsche, that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
he's that kind of car.
Yeah, he likes like adult,
Exquisite.
He
exquisite
likes
cars.
pieces of art,
Like
not
this-
shit boxes.
I think I told the story where he was gonna buy an NSX, but he didn't fit in it,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was gonna buy a Ferrari, and he didn't fit in that, and the guy was like, "Oh no, we can move the seat back an inch for you. It'll just cost like $30,000." And he was like, "No." So he bought a Porsche.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, today you just 3D print like
Yeah, some
two
fucked
different
up
blocks.
bracket. Yeah. But he's tall. He's like 6'8",
Jesus.
7, 9, somewhere in there.
Jesus.
He's
You play
big. He has to like
basketball.
duck
Didn't
to
know
get in
your
that
uncle
door.
was Yao Ming.
Dude, he's big. He might be the same height as Yao Ming.
He's Luca.
So he was telling me he went to the Ferrari museum and they like you can rent the cars or something and drive.
With the correct international driver's license, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were like going to see like the Pope or something. I don't know what the fuck. He was in town.
That's a fucking
It's
day.
far.
That's
So-
a day.
Say, what is this, like Italy?
it's
that
like
you're
a
gonna go
two.
make
It's
some
like a
spaghetti
2-hour
after
drive
that?
or something. Far.
More. Yeah.
Maybe more. So I don't know the exact timing, but a whole group of Ferraris left, and a guy came in, an American dude, and he was like arguing with the guy at the counter. And he was like, we have to get there. We're gonna go there. Which way is it? How long is it? And he was like, oh, it's about an hour and 45 minutes or an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And so he's like, all right. So they got in the car and they left. My uncle's like, where the Pope is not an hour and a half. And he's like, in a Ferrari it is, not in a normal car.
All right. Listen.
The Autostrada.
So he told the
rules don't
guy,
apply.
yeah, you'll make it.
Italian roads,
I was
they
gonna
don't
say-
work like that.
And don't they have some? No, I'm thinking of a different country with all the strict.
No,
speed
no,
laws.
no.
I thought it was cool that the guy was like a dick and the other dude was a dick back to him. And he's like, nah, you get there in a Ferrari. Just not your fucking piece of shit. In not so many words. In a very kind of way.
An uppity.
Yeah, an uppity Ferrari guy way.
Yeah.
About
yeah.
5.5 hours.
Oh, so
Is that
maybe,
how
yeah.
far it really? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, so he said
Italy's long.
I think he said you could get there in
that's right.
2.5
And Ferrari
hours.
shit's all the
Northern. Yeah. Pretty northern.
It's a boot, daddy. You know?
It's kicking a rock.
Yes, it is
Go
a boot.
far in the
It is
boot.
a boot.
Boot
The
kicking a
Italian
rock.
Gotta
boot.
get all the way to that pinky toe.
And yet they will not build a bridge between that rock and that boot.
Absolutely not. Get on the ferry.
Yep. For the 2 miles.
Get on the ferry.
Why do something you don't really need to?
Oh, everybody wants them to, but the Italian government's like, nah.
Oh no.
Yeah, oh, no.
Problem is, it's like the tourists want the bridge.
Yeah. There's actually a lot of reasons why they.
The locals really
Yeah.
don't want the bridge.
Like-
they don't even want the ferry.
There's like so much like the currents and shit that rip through there too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the bridges have to be so overbuilt.
Yeah.
And they have to
Not like
hope-
a Baltimore one.
Yeah, and And they
Yeah,
have-
it's rough. I mean, I took the ferry from Positano to Capri, and I was like, I'm not a big boat guy, and I was like,
Another thing is there's actually a fault line between those two islands.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so like they can't. They have to like.
They're just waiting for the big one.
Yeah. Spaghetti
Aren't we
meatball.
all? Aren't we all?
yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, Josh, I want to hear. Speaking of highways,
Yep.
great segue.
Highways
word
and
is spelled
byways.
Celtics are super lead.
That's what I like to see. The other day, I was inspired by watching a video, and I will cite that video at the end of this because it was such a good video. It inspired me, and I thought, you know what? I want to share this with all of our listeners. I want to take a stab at teaching everybody. If we bring you one thing from Revival, besides hours upon hours of enjoyment for your ears, if we bring you one piece of knowledge, I want you to successfully be able to navigate the interstate highways in the United States of, by God, America.
Got Senor Garcia over here.
Exactly. Exactly. So I have titled my book report, Highways and Byways. Shook, you ready?
Yep.
This is a learning experience, and I'm going to have some questions for you. Highway shields, you see them every day. 195, 95, 495, single digits, double digits, sometimes triple digits. Have you ever actually asked yourself, what does it all mean? Have you, Shook?
No. Why the fuck would I care about that, Josh? Make me care.
Okay, well, there's even numbers or odd numbers. Who and baby Jesus came up with this system? While you may remember your locations and where you need to be or go from repetition, there is an actual method to the seeming madness that can potentially help you navigate the United States interstate highway system in the event of an emergency. The U.S. numbered highway system was established way back in 1926. However, it took 30 more years before the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956 implemented the interstate numbering system that I will reference here today. So, let's begin. Major interstates. Major interstates are marked with double-digit numbers that end with a 0. For instance, I'm sure most of you have traveled on or heard of a local major interstate being I-90. I-90 starts here in Massachusetts and is the northernmost major interstate traveling east-west from Seattle to Boston. For those of you who may be directionally challenged, that means it runs horizontally. For those of you who are further directionally challenged, that means it runs side to side.
Left to right, right to left.
Or right to left, either which way.
Also the longest highway in the country.
Is it?
I think it is.
I don't have that fact, but thank you for bringing that to my attention. Major interstate highways running east-west have a naming convention that decreases as they get more south or increases if you get more north. So, for instance, we can deduce if we start at I-90, Shook, and go south to the next major interstate that travels horizontally, we can deduce that number. What do you think that number might be? If they start at I-90 and work their way down, ending in 0, what is logically the next highway? Interstate.
After 90?
After 90.
80?
If you said I-80, you are correct.
Wow.
I-80 runs from San Francisco, California to Teaneck, New Jersey. So if we continue on, you would again be correct if you said the next one would be
69. No, 80.
You son of a bitch.
Or sorry, 70. 70.
Right to jail.
I-70 goes from Cove Fort, Utah to Baltimore, Maryland. The next major horizontal highway running east-west, west-east, or side-to-side. Can anyone guess what the next major interstate running side-to-side is?
Me.
I don't want you to answer because you might know.
Fuck.
Chuck?
I'm going to assume it's not 60. That would be too easy.
Did you say I-60? Well, you're wrong because fuck you.
Right.
You're correct. It's not I-60, Shook. To avoid confusion, the DOT did not use I-60 or I-50 as they felt stupid fat Americans would get confused and everyone would get lost because Route 50 and Route 66 had already been established. Remember how I said this all was from way back when, 1926, there was a whole 30 years, 3 decades of stuff to happen. Well, a couple of those things being Route 50 and Route 66. So they ixnayed on the umbre with those two major interstates running horizontally. Continuing on
That's
south.
such a crazy thing.
Don't worry. There's a lot more that happens. Let's continue south, moving along. You'll next get I-40, Barstow.
Wait, so what did they make 60 and 50 then?
He just said
They already existed.
No, what
But
did
not-
they? I know he said that.
they
but-
just skipped
They
over
skipped
him.
it.
They
No
said,
use.
This
Oh,
no
no.
use.
Oh, no.
oh,
no.
so it just goes 70, 40.
Yes.
Correct.
Why? That's so.
But there's
annoying.
also like a healthy gap too when you look at them laid out.
Because
Which I will show you momentarily.
Dwight
Still
D.
unforgivable.
Eisenhower decided not to do that.
I-40 Barstow, California to Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yep.
They ain't taking me back to Barstow.
I-30 Little Rock, Arkansas to Fort Worth, Texas. I-30 being the most minor of the majors, smallest of the majors.
It's only like half the country.
Not even. That's a short boy.
I-20 Florence, South Carolina to Kent, Texas. I-10 Santa Monica, California.
I'll say I've been on the I-10.
Near Los Angeles. All the way going to the other side of the U.S., meaning Jacksonville, Florida.
Which is the one that ends in Ocean City?
I don't know. Neither of those are noted. And none of those are noted here, ending in Ocean
Because I
City.
know one of them ends in some route ends in Ocean City.
It may be a different thing.
Yeah.
Well, 40 is Wilmington, which is below Ocean City.
Yeah, it's Wilmington, North Carolina.
And
I know there's some sort of route that'll go because the signs there it says like whatever fucking town in California is.
Oh,
and
so
you
there's
said
a sign that
70.
connects
Where's
them. I-70 connects. Hold on, I lost my train of thought here. Cove Fort, Utah to Baltimore, Maryland.
okay?
So there could be
an
an
offshoot.
interstate minor or
Yeah.
perhaps an interstate medium
Yeah.
I'll fill you in on what those are.
Can't wait.
After the fact. So, a rule of thumb here for these interstates, these ones in particular, again, going east to west, west to east, side to side, or horizontally, a rule of thumb for understanding these are the bigger the number, the more north the major artery is located. So if somebody were to drop you in the motherfucking woods and the first thing you see is, oh, I-70, you realize
You're almost there,
I'm in the middle somewhere.
but you're not in the Northeast.
Exactly.
So
I'm sorry, go
I
ahead.
just looked it up. It's Route 50.
The original
I-50?
Route 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so, okay, so Route 50
Route
itself,
50
right?
is-
Nothing,
yeah.
not a major interstate,
Nope.
just a route.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Route 50 is why.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool. That'd
Yeah.
be a hell of a drive.
Yeah.
So that, my friends, covers the interstate highways running east to west from top to bottom, or, of the United States of America. And I can now pull up my photo for you to more understand exactly what that. Oh, I can't.
Imagine if you did Route 50 from Cali to Maryland, didn't get pulled over once, but as soon as you pulled into Ocean City, towed.
They were like,
Straight
Straight to jail.
headlight too low.
So this is
Did
what
you draw this in paint?
I
This is
did.
impressive.
No, I didn't. No,
You should
no.
have said
this
you did. I would have
this
believed it.
I'm borrowing this from somebody
Look
else.
at all of them from San Francisco.
Isn't there a saying all roads lead to San Francisco?
I've never
Well,
heard
at least
that.
a couple of them do. Looks like you can hop on over from I-50,
Or all roads lead to California or something? I don't know.
something like that.
I
But
think Red Hot
those
Chili Peppers
those
said
are
that.
the horizontal side to side major interstates.
Can I make a prediction?
You could literally hey, you can't use any directions at all.
This is what I'm bringing to the table.
Yeah.
This, by the end of this, I want everybody who listens, I want us to understand, hey, if I look at a map and I'm fucked and the world is ending and I don't have GPS, but I have eyes and I'm somewhere on this highway and I can see that it says blah, 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 blah.
The big EMP.
I know
hits.
exactly
Yeah.
where I kind of am.
The sign still exists to some extent.
Exactly. So that is, again, the horizontal side to side major routes ending in 0. And those end in 0 for a particular reason. I'm going to give you more familiarity with the ones that end in, you guessed it, 5 coming up next. So
wait a minute.
I thought I did pretty good. What's confusing about that?
No, I'm not confused about this. I'm
Okay.
going to make a prediction.
Oh, okay. I like that.
The ones that go 5,
Mm-hmm.
there's no integers other than 5? Because you have like Route 1.
Don't.
we're not getting
Those,
that
these
far
are majors.
Majors.
There's a
These
difference.
are
There's
the
majors.
Blue signs.
There's majors, minors, and mediums. That's what I'm going to cover here
Minors?
today.
Maybe we
Highways.
shouldn't talk about
Interstate highways.
this. Okay.
Majors, interstate highway minors, and mediums.
Thank you for
Mediums.
clarifying.
The mediums can tell your future.
Next, as Shook guessed, we can move on to interstates running north, south, or south-north, or vertically, or you guessed it for the directionally challenged, once again, up and down.
Top to bottom, bottom to top.
Kanye West kid.
This may be something if you live on the coasts, you can figure out.
This, with what I'm going to feed.
No, I mean these ones particular.
Oh,
Up and downs. If you
kinda.
live on the coast,
Yeah, you should have a good familiarity with
Yes.
these. So these major interstates are once again noted by double digits. However, these end in 5. So let's start locally by referencing a major highway that never has any problems with construction, failing bridges, or general traffic. That is the major interstate running from Holton, Maine to Miami, Florida, which is I-95. Using a similar naming scheme as the previous interstates mentioned, these north-south highways decrease in numbers the further west you go. Eastmost being I-95, westmost being I-5.
So the funny part about 95 in Connecticut is that while it is labeled north to south, it runs east to west in the state.
I mean, nobody's perfect, and we're going to learn that more and more we dive into this. Now, I did originally say double digits, but they must have assumed that, again, fat Americans would once again be confused if there was a 0 in front of the 5, because it's just 5.
They're not wrong.
I-05.
They're not wrong.
So there's no. So what you're saying is there's no 50
No.
going.
No. I'm just saying that there's no, instead of like if they're going to stick to their naming convention,
Gotcha.
it would be 15, 25, 95, 05. But no, they just put a 5.
Okay.
And in California, it's not I-5, it is the 5.
The 5. I-95 runs from Holton, Maine to Miami, Florida. I mentioned that. I-85, Petersburg, Virginia to Montgomery, Alabama. I-75, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan to Hialeah, Florida. I-65 Mobile, Alabama to Gary, Indiana. I-55 Chicago, Illinois to LaPlace, Louisiana. I-45 Houston, Texas to Dallas, Texas. It is an interstate that is not interstate between states.
Goddamn Texas.
Think about
It's
that.
an interstate.
But Texas is so big.
It's just a singular state instead of an interstate. Because you get it? The interstates cover multiple states.
You know what it is? It's inbred.
I didn't have that in my notes. I had it as a intrastate.
Do we have another shitty paint picture?
Oh, yeah.
Can we see it? Are you gonna?
In time.
In time.
I feel like it'll help us
You're really
understand.
rushing me.
I don't think so.
Dude, look at the 45. Come
Well,
on.
my question is though, why wouldn't they just start
Oh,
25 all the
just-
way up?
Maybe they didn't need to at the time they were building it.
It's Montana.
There's a lot
7
of
people in it.
There's a lot of. Are you familiar with the United States?
Yeah, nothing could stop them. They're all the way up.
That's true. But also, how well do the 50 states and territories agree upon everything?
Well,
Ever.
Yeah, true.
Let's move on. So
like-
I-45, Houston, Texas to Dallas, Texas.
For 25, like there could be a point in life where things get populated enough that like, hey, we got to extend the highway.
You want to go beyond
500 miles north.
Buffalo, Wyoming, or whatever the hell it is?
It's pretty much Canada. That's Canada South.
No, South Canada is upstate New York. That's South Ontario.
True.
They don't like when you say that.
So, fun fact. Interstates don't have to be in multiple states. They can be interstate, i.e. I-45 is the only major interstate that, in fact, does not cross into other states.
The only.
That is, unless you count Hawaii and Alaska or Puerto Rico, which do their own thing on their own islands. And instead of using numbers, they also use letters. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about that today.
A1A.
I-35, Laredo, Texas to Duluth, Minnesota. I-25, La Cruz, New Mexico to Buffalo, Wyoming. B-Flow up there, noted on I-25. I-15, San Diego, California, also known as Whale's Vagina, to Sweetgrass, Montana. I-5, San Diego, California to Blaine, Washington. Okay, so that does go from San Diego to both of those locations. Threw me off a little bit, even though I did this
that
myself.
goes from toes to tits the whole way.
Toes to tits.
The whole way.
Altogether, the interstate majors can help you navigate from Florida to Seattle. It can help you traffic drugs across state lines, join cults, and even form a super church where you can suck the money right from the teat of hardworking blue-collar Americans because that's what Jesus wants.
You sound like you have an agenda here.
I'm just saying what happens in
Think about
America.
this. Like you're in the 60s. You're like, oh, fuck it. We're moving to California. You just... This was something that was common knowledge.
Yeah.
Like the way this whole thing
The way it works.
I don't know if it's
Right.
common knowledge, but you did have a map the size of the fucking
No,
Indiana.
I
no.
guarantee
It
back
was-
then you had a fucking clue.
It
Yeah,
was-
because they were smarter than we
it
were.
was
There was no
common
help.
knowledge how
there
this
was
worked.
there was no crutch.
No, they had to print out a book of fucking
They didn't print
map
anything. There was no
quests.
printers.
No,
They
I know.
mi-
They had a map.
They might have had a map if they were in fucking the middle of, I don't know, Colorado somewhere. Nowhere.
I don't know. Then my family must be fucking stupid because nobody knew where the fuck they
Because
were.
if
They
you're
did make you.
if you're crossing the country, what's in between doesn't matter. You just know I need to come down 95 and then take
Whatever.
40
Yeah.
across whatever.
Well, we wouldn't take 40. We would take 70.
my God.
Or 80.
Well, no, we're going to get into more other options again because this is only the majors, buddy. I
And
still
if you
got
stay
two
on
more
that,
for
you
you.
know eventually you're going to hit California.
This is the MLB.
Do you have a map that shows them all at
We're
the same
gonna
time?
get there.
Jesus Christ, slow your fucking self down.
You don't have a inner. I wish we could see both now.
So listen.
Podcast Daddy. you
Putting
can smack
all
him in
of
the
this
mouth.
information together, you can potentially have a good understanding where you're currently located in the event you've been captured by an assailant, bound, and your eyes covered, and had managed to escape and lead yourself to the nearest major highway. Once you see that lovely interstate crest, you'd be able to tell where you are by the numbers displayed. Does the interstate end in 0? Well, you're looking at a major interstate that runs east, west, or west to east, or horizontally, or side by side. Does it end in 5? Well, my friends, you're standing on a vertical major interstate that can go north to south, or south to north, or up and down. The lower, this is important, the lower the numbers, the more south and west you are. The higher the numbers, the more north and east you are. So again, if somebody dropped you in the middle of America and you are suddenly at an intersection of I-95 or hell, I-65 and whatever else.
You might be
70.
in Tennessee.
You might be able to identify where the hell
see?
you actually
65
are.
and 70. Look at, you can tell exactly what state you're in. I can't because I'm not good at geography, but I can point it out on the map.
Kentucky.
I can tell them here.
Yeah.
This is where I am.
That's fucking Iowa, dog.
I'm still
No,
in
it's not.
the America.
No, it's not. I know it's not.
But if this doesn't confuse you and you feel as if you have a good grasp of this is my only interactive or my last interactive map.
So-
I guess I can leave that up for a moment.
What's really cool about this too is that you can, and this I'm gonna get a little smart here. You could see the population density of the United States.
Yeah.
On this.
Move.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but see how spread out they are on the West Coast. Most of the people in the United States live basically to the east of the Mississippi River, and you can see because that's where on this at least where it's all
So many
together.
different arteries.
Yeah.
So
A lot of oxygen.
if the interstate majors is something you now understand, let me introduce interstate minors, the highways.
Minor league, baby.
Interstate minors use 3 digits to communicate their directional purpose. Interstate minors derive from majors and have their last 2 digits match the major from which they sprout. An example, Shook.
395.
What'd you say?
395.
Perfect. Also another example,
Off
295.
95.
195.
Also another example, 195, 495, etc. However, if you're following me for those 3 digits, what you need to understand is, okay, I know the last 2. Those tell me the major that it comes off of. What does that first one mean? If the first digit of the minor is even, then the interstate minor will eventually connect back to its parent major. You feel me?
This is key information because I actually didn't know this.
Whoa.
Even numbered minors are often called bypasses.
Wait, but 395 connects. Oh,
Let
like
him
in a circle.
Back, not necessarily in a circle, but you could be
Oh,
you
off
could
and
be
back
all
on.
right. 95 runs there to there, right? But there could be a section of hypothetically, like I said, 295 that kind of does this and makes a bit
Off
of a
and
C, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can you're at some point if that is an even numbered minor, it's
Wow.
gonna run back into the major.
I'm
Like
trying to think where
495.
295 reconnects to 95.
I'm doing this just off.
Oh, I can tell you. And I go from here, 95 south, hypothetically. You can exit that somewhere after Attleboro, and then you can reconnect back after it bypasses Providence.
295.
295.
Yes.
Yeah, because you go Warwick and then it goes
Or
around.
if
Correct.
you want to kind of do it at a more state level for us, 691 comes off of 91,
Yeah.
and then you could shoot over to 84.
But 91 is 91 a major?
No, it's well,
Okay,
it's
that's
state
so that's why it completely there's differences.
Oh, okay.
These are just interstate majors, minors, and again there is mediums, but that goes into a whole nother thing. So even numbered minors are often called bypasses or beltways when they encircle something. So there could be a beltway encircling a particular city or
DC
bypassing exactly. However, DC kind of did their own thing. You can thank Congress later for that. I'll tell you about it. Interstate minors with odd numbers. Again, I put this in capitals. Let you know that they will in fact not, and I repeat, not connect back with its parent major. These are
195.
often referred to as spurs. I'm not sure who actually calls them spurs, but it does make sense when you say it.
out in the big states.
Something. I bet the truckers.
Yeah.
Big in the trucker world, spurs and dildos and hookers. But anyway, sometimes these spurs will eventually connect with another major highway, not necessarily the parent major that it's going to spur off of. So sometimes these spurs will eventually connect with another major highway. And to signify that a minor will again meet a major, they don't. They didn't think of that or use any type of naming convention to communicate that to said citizens. They allowed those designations to be determined by individual states, and we know how good individual states are at making positive and impactful decisions to help their citizens. I mean that in the worst way possible. So pulling another local example, I will reference the interstate minor, I-295. Even number 2, signifying that it will eventually meet back up with its parent, 95. We discussed that. What do you need to remember from this? Even number, it'll meet back up with its parent. Odd number, you're on a long road to nowhere. Well, at least somewhere, but it may not be where you want to be. 195 is a great example because that just heads to New Bedford to where I live. Last but certainly not least, and I hope somebody gets this joke out there because I reached for this one, are interstate mediums. I'm not talking about a large-breasted woman who can talk to ghosts with a Long Island accent.
Call me now. Oh wait, no, Long Island accent.
Oh yeah. I forgot her name.
With the hair.
Long Island medium. Exactly. Yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Cleo?
No,
No,
it's
no.
Miss Cleo.
Caribbean woman.
You're
You're the big blonde-haired woman.
correct. Yeah, very.
Oh my God, your relative is coming through. She's saying, you forgot to take the dog out.
Honestly,
That's
I don't know
exactly
who that woman
who
is.
I'm referring
I don't know who that woman is. I only know Miss
thought you
Cleo.
liked pulp.
Yeah.
I'm getting a Beth Brian Ben. He says he loves you. Oh my God, how'd you know?
Don't want to confuse these interstate mediums with her.
You got Miss Cleo somewhere hits her, and then you call him now.
So, these interstate mediums.
Oh my! This is that woman?
Let me see. Am I right? Let me see her.
Oh,
thing.
no, you are 100% right.
Yeah, dude, on TLC.
I never.
Dude,
I've never
why
heard.
does her hair looks like when Mars attacks?
Dude, this is not a real person.
That's a real, yeah, dude. Her fucking, that's not hair. That's her brain is under all that. That's how she could talk to the dead.
That's her skull. That's what that is.
I have no clue who this woman is.
You're both Italian. You should know this.
No. This
Stick
is
together.
a different guy.
No, this is out of Corey's
She
wheelhouse.
touches you. She could speak
She
to your
probably
dead
calls
relatives.
spaghetti sauce gravy.
Most likely. Okay.
She's
so,
a phony, right? We know she's a phony.
A lot of people think she's real.
Is she a phony?
I'm going to catch flack from my wife because my wife enjoys her show. Or we at least used to watch her show.
How could you enjoy it if she's a phony? Do we know she's a phony?
Bro, you can enjoy,
no.
you can
I mean-
enjoy that because it's like a train wreck.
yeah.
Teresa Caputo, the fake Long Island medium.
It's like watching Jersey Shore.
Oh, it
She's
says the fake Long Island medium?
Yeah.
Is that, Jesus Christ.
Caputo is Caputo.
Kaput.
No, she's still out there making bank.
There's a lot
Making
of stupid
lies?
It's on, because I looked it up.
But have you read
It's
the
on
comments
Lifetime
the
or something.
internet?
The show is on Lifetime or whatever.
I mean, it's gonna be on PBS soon enough. It
But
just
how?
keeps getting downgraded.
Yeah.
Whoa. You can't be on PBS. That's public funded television.
That sucks that she was lying. I really was hoping that she could make spaghetti and
Let's not get into. Do we really
Yeah,
want to go
let's
down that
continue-
path?
let's
Jesus
continue
Christ.
with-
I already talked about big church.
Yeah, it's sad though. She's
They-
just duping all these families.
Yeah,
giving them hope and
Well, there are
Pulling it out
a lot of other people getting duped by giving hope as well.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the fucking priest is taking a helicopter to enter his Ferrari. Anyway,
All right. Medium highways.
I am referring to interstate mediums, which use a similar two-digit numbering system as the majors and are parented by majors once again. These highways often run through multiple states as well. They ultimately are a more macro approach to navigating the U.S. So even numbers move east to west or horizontally, and odd numbers move north to south or vertically, all in an order that they can be understood if you find yourself in a navigational pinch. Interstate mediums also have two digits but don't end in a 5 or a 0. These are, again, interstates that we've already discussed.
This
For
is
instance,
like 89 going to Vermont.
I-76, I-84, I-86, I-87, I-89. Exactly. All of those are very good examples of, again, an even and odd number telling you which direction it's running
Is it
in.
the first or a second digit?
So the, where is that? I just lost it. Oh, okay. Interstate mediums also have two digits, but don't end in a 5 or a 0. These instead tell you where you're going, north, south, or east, west, by using odd endings to mean the former and evens to mean the latter.
That makes sense.
So if it ends in an odd, etc. Ends in an odd, it's going north to south. Ends in an even, east-west. As we have noted, interstate majors are all uniquely numbered, but that is not the case with interstate mediums. There are a handful of numerically repeating designations, such as I-76, I-84, I-86, I-87, and I-88. The rule, which I would loosely call a rule, is that as long as the duplicates are far enough away to avoid confusion, it's okay. That is, unless you find yourself on Route I-99. Unlike most interstate highway numbers, which were assigned by the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials, also known as AASHTO or ass shit, to fit into a grid, I-99's number was written into Section 332 of the National Highway System Designation Act of 1995 by Bud Schuster, then chair of the U.S. House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure. The bill's sponsor and a representative of the district through which the highway runs, I-99, violates the ASHTO numbering conviction associated with the interstate highways, as it should lie to the east of I-97, but instead lies east of I-79 and west of I-81. Why did they name it I-99 and not keep it conventional scheme, much like the rest? Well, that's because Congress got involved and are legally the only ones allowed to change it. Not even the DOT has the power to correct any congressional fuck-up. This completes my thorough review of the interstate and sometimes interstate highway systems in the United States. I wrote that fucked up. Never mind. There are a lot of exceptions. Obviously, no state is going to agree on everything with other states surrounding it. That is the gist, though. You can find where you are with odd and even numbers, and then you can roughly figure out what direction you're traveling in with the same numbering convention. You just need a little information to go, oh, okay, I know where I am.
So that brings me back to my Connecticut 691 deal. So obviously 91 in Connecticut goes north to south.
Yep.
691 connects 91 and 84, and it goes east to west. And they recently just redid all the numbers on it to mile markers.
Yep.
And now that explains why they flipped all the exits, because it comes off of technically 91
instead of 84.
Yes. So the exits normally the lowest number was at 84 and the highest was at 91. And now they flipped them because of mile markers.
Yep.
It starts on the 91 side and ends on the 84 side.
So this is just the likelihood of them changing I-95, I-75, I-70, I-10 is very slim. However, this is ever evolving, especially with, again, you said population density, the way things change, more and more, bypasses need to be made to get around cities. There also are some stupid naming conventions that have to do with the mediums, because cities don't want to be bypassed.
Yeah.
As stupid as that sounds, some cities are too good to be bypassed.
Not only that, but you don't want people to bypass because you want them to stop there and spend their money there.
Exactly. So that was truly a concern for a lot of cities. And there are, like I said, some different naming conventions that...
Looking at this map here, no interstate highway looks like runs through Las Vegas.
Which would be...
right at the end of the point in Nevada, right at the bottom. So I-40 shoots a little low of it. Next
right here?
See where it jogs down and then over?
No.
You're on the white line right below where you're...
okay, right there. Okay.
So no actual interstate highway goes through Las Vegas.
Right, you'd have to take probably
a medium.
Medium.
Yeah. That's wild.
But that is the gist. And I thought actually, a big shouts to, not that they need it, CGP Gray on the old internets, on YouTube's. They came out with an 8-minute and 30-second video of the Interstate's Forgotten Code. And it's a really cool cartoon stick figure video that talks about all this stuff and helps really bring it all together. I spent a day kind of watching that video and putting all my notes together, and obviously adding my hate for
big government
and religion. So I put my own little twists and turns on there. But at the very least, if you can see a major highway, you know sort of roughly where the hell you are, or which direction you are, or, oh shit. The good one is, okay, on a interstate minor, knowing, oh shit, that's an even number, it's gonna meet back up with this, is a very cool thing. If
you're lost,
no, or just in general, like, oh, when you have to think about it, I can not to worry. This is going to meet back up with it, and you can say that with confidence, knowing how it's going to work. So
that is very cool.
That
because you can reach like any major city.
Yeah,
not blindly, clearly not blindly, but like just getting on the highway and knowing, all right, I'm looking for this, and when I get this, I'm gonna take it, and then I'm looking for this.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
You have at least some sort of And if you're totally lost somewhere, and you say you're at like 70, and you just keep going in your one direction, and you see the next interstate's coming up is going to be like 15, and you knew one way was 25. You're like, okay, I'm going west.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Why are you out there? What are you like a newborn kitty?
Yeah.
Just knocking shit over.
Walking into
one of my favorite comments from Matt Rabbit at the time, strap in, we're in geography class.
And there's
Oopsies.
I highly recommend going to watch that video if you really want to pull it all together versus listening to me regurgitate a book report, basically.
I think in about 20 to 30 years, someone's going to do the exact same thing about cursive. This like lost.
I learned recently why you don't need to teach, like why cursive was an actual thing. It's because ye olde pens needed to stay on the paper with pressure on them to work. And once they didn't have to do that, you didn't have to use really cursive anymore.
Oh, they didn't need that when I was a kid in school. Like the pen.
Yeah, we were way past the ye olde.
But I think that was one of those things.
That's probably
where,
why it was invented, right?
No, that's why it was. But it was still for us because the teachers were 900 years old and they learned on those. pens.
I was going to say, it's one of those things where it stays the same if nobody asks the question. There was like a old story of, this is how I make a turkey. You got to cut this part and this part off. Nobody ever asked why. And, many generations later, somebody did finally ask why. I don't know. That's how he always did it. Oh, that's how he always did it. Oh, that's how he always did it. Yeah. Asking the other decades previously past. And then until finally somebody had an answer of, we did that because our pan was so small. And it just 50 years later, people doing the same exact thing.
The worst thing that anybody could say is that's how it's always been done.
That's exactly it. Yeah. It truly, the video was great. I was stoked to kind of find something and learn something and make sense of something, obviously car related, automotive related, because again, navigation on your own is 100% a dying thing.
Mm-hmm.
People are becoming way too independent upon their phones.
GPS, things like
GPS in the car.
When I first started driving, I had it was a multi-spiral bound book, and it was just of New England.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing was, when you flip the page, it was tricky. You had to know if the next page was north, south, east, or west of the previous page. So you had to pay attention to that. I used it a bunch. Honestly, I was like, let me look at this.
We used to map quest to all the skate parks. That's what we used. That was it. And then if we were lost, fuck, I wish I knew, because I would have been able to navigate a little bit better if we were lost.
Sequoia Anderson in the chat, which sounds like an adult film artist name. Interstate code is cool. It's like Rosetta Stone, but for lot lizards.
So that's what I mean. I bet this is strong with the trucker community.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, this is burned.
Yeah, it's just
especially if you were to meet like an old school trucker. Oh yeah.
They would know all these routes, what leads to what,
straight off top of that. They may not understand anything that goes on now, or because of just age. But you give them a route, and it'll kick back in.
Right. Just like riding a bike. Yeah.
Well, I know if I jump off to 70 and get onto this, and then cross over to that, and then that'll route back into 70, and I'll be able to skip.
I'll be in fucking Albuquerque by tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Oh, especially if there's traffic or an accident, they'll know the exact way to go there without having to.
Deal with it.
I love that.
Let me open up some questions if we have any. I know there were a couple. Yeah, there weren't too many, but let's see. Jordan, MX_5. Cody, we had on as a guest previously, dropped his car on Assetto. Link in his Instagram bio.
Nice.
God bless.
Car came out phenomenal digitally.
Whose car?
Jordan's.
I'm just going to download it and I'm going to drive it on grip ride it.
crash into
I don't
a
know how to
wall
drift in a set of
repeatedly.
courses, so I'm just gonna drive it fast.
It's _ Mr. DJ23. Is there one car you wouldn't want to drive on a long journey?
My car.
There's a lot.
Literally my car.
There's a lot.
Yeah. there's
Anything made
tons.
before like 1940.
I need new seats. It hurts my fucking thighs.
I honestly wouldn't want to drive something like an Ariel Atom or a Radical or anything like that on a long journey either.
Ariel Atom would be fucking hilarious.
You'd hurt.
If you had the right prep, like, all right, I know I'm going to bring my rain gear. I'm going to bring
gonna hurt.
I'm going to bring my rubbers. And if you were covered for that,
I was going to ask you if you've ever been hit by a bug at 60 in the face
I have,
and you had
yes.
a bike, so
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I got
And
hit by
even
like
rain.
a cicada and I thought I died.
Oh.
Yeah. For us, it was always the little brown beetles.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah.
basically little brown bullets.
I've hit a not in because I don't ride bikes that fast, but I've hit like a June bug in the car.
Mm-hmm.
That's some bitch.
Oh, I
That's
was
like
going to say, there's times where you hit a bug
yeah.
and you're like, what
think
the
that's
fuck
bad,
was
dude?
that?
That's like that's a 5-inch circle on the windscreen.
The July bug will get you.
Yeah, but you're not wrong.
Did you ever, the sock-on bug?
It was a suck-on bug, yeah.
G60 Tim. When taking a road trip, what are your top 3 must-haves? He always brings water, energy drinks, and jerky.
Water.
Corey's
Red
is a
Bull.
Slim Jim.
Yeah, I'm same thing, but Slim Jims. I
Big stick of
fucking
meat.
love Slim Jims.
Water, energy drinks, I like for whatever reason. Sour Patch watermelons.
I don't know what I do for like food.
Oh, Sour Patch watermelons, fuck yeah.
They just
They're
that's
so good.
Seems like a fitting place to have them in a vehicle that's traveling.
They're sour, but they're sweet is the best sweet.
I usually like stock up on drinks more than anything,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just like hit a rest stop for like a little burger or like a little candy. Or
See, the
something.
problem with me and stocking up on drinks is if I have them, I just drink them.
Yeah.
I don't like reserve. Ooh, I'm going to drink this when I'm thirsty.
Well, that's why when you stop, when you take a piss, you grab more.
Well, yeah, I know. That's exactly what happens. But it just, it hurts.
For me, I stop at 93 and get Sbarro's often.
Do you
You
really?
see south of the border and you get Sparrows?
Yeah, I'll get
Get a
Sbarro's
pizza every night?
You have just no respect for yourself.
No, I get
You just,
none.
just
Zero.
not zero.
No, I get a Stromboli.
You get Johnny
fuck's
Pastrami?
sake,
actually,
man.
no.
So wait,
actually-
you're eating a Stromboli while driving
Sometimes.
just a
Listen.
big fucking, you're just going to put yourself to sleep.
I'm big rigging.
I should let you guys know that when
Stromboli.
I drove him and Britt home, he tried to get us to stop at fucking Sbarro on the way back.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he wouldn't do it. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I just starved and fell asleep.
Yeah, he fell asleep.
Oh, poor you.
He fell asleep for an
I
hour.
would have been nice to fall asleep with a fucking Stromboli.
I woke him up by hitting the ripple strips.
Dog
You all right?
Edelman? Dog
Stroking
Edelman?
out over there.
Dog
It's,
angler?
it's just a weird one. Dog Edelman. He or she, I don't know, writes, Gandolfini is now open because I posted a picture
Hell
of the
yeah.
Gandolfini
Big respect.
rest stop being closed. So big shouts.
Pure Visual Media said, I know I'm late, but quick callback to last week, but I'm living proof that VWs are great first cars. I had a 2000 Jetta 2.0, bought it at 170K, and it died at 500K.
How much money
my
did you put
God.
into it, though?
Probably
Dude.
none.
Honestly,
That's-
I mean,
Yeah,
my
2-liter Jetta, yeah.
a 2-liter will
Yeah.
do pretty much anything
Yeah.
you need of it.
2 points low.
And yep. And
2
not
points
ask a
low.
lot back.
Josh and I were going back and forth about this last week about like I want like Luminas and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
we talked about first cars.
Yep.
I think the Cadillac.
Dude,
The Cadillac is a good choice.
I think the
yeah.
Cadillac's the best one.
My-
It
Yeah,
was
he
best
brought
one.
up good points where like the Lumina, while it's a great car, doesn't have the aura of I'll stuff you in the fucking trunk.
Right.
Yeah.
That's part of like, yeah. Whoa, who's that?
Guy knows some guy with cement shoes.
Right.
Hey.
Polly Walnuts
Yeah.
just pulled up.
my friend had a Mark IV 2.0 that had like 200K on its stock clutch.
Yeah.
Like it just
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
needed.
those
a goddamn
are
thing.
pretty
The-
bulletproof.
I'm almost certain the Potato 265 stock clutch.
Yeah,
That's
almost
a
certain.
5-cylinder in it.
they're
Yeah,
made of
those are
fucking
solid.
solid engines too.
just carbon steel.
Rad Moon Auto Detailing. City you've hated driving in the most.
Providence,
Providence sucks.
Boston.
Boston, New York,
I just
any city,
Any-
Philadelphia, trash.
Any northeast city is pretty
Physically
bad.
lining the streets, trash, but also driving through it, trash.
So I feel like the earlier the city was founded, the worse it is to drive.
yeah,
through.
because there was zero.
Yeah.
Well, but then New York
New
was
York was
founded.
planned though.
Okay.
Yeah, but, like, how much planning
the
they had to
five
do?
boroughs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were planned. That was
Yeah.
a
they're
good-
like, yeah,
good-
make it go left and then up and down and right,
but
like a cross.
Yeah. Hey, baby.
right. I mean, Boston was literally just
The cart paths were paved.
used.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's here? Well, we'll use that. Throw some
because the
cobblestone
buildings were
on.
already built there, and they're like, well,
Might as
We'll
well
make
keep
like
it going.
blocks.
Milford, Delaware.
That's very
big, yeah.
specific.
It's where their Purdue
Chicken
like
Valley?
yo.
facility is.
So, all right, that Purdue facility is right next to like the Delaware State Fairgrounds.
Yep.
And that's where my family would camp when we go to Dover for the NASCAR races because they would offer a shuttle through there. So watching the chicken trucks come in the morning full of fucking chickens, and then the fucking cylinder trucks come out when they're all liquefied.
Oh
At
my
the end of the day.
dude.
We would drive through there on our way to Ocean City, and it would smell so fucking bad.
New Jersey? Yeah.
No, it's Delaware.
No, Milford, Delaware.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
So
Mostly
bad.
New Jersey, though.
So bad. If we saw a chicken truck pulling out, we would just stop because it's like you're just gonna get stuck behind it. Like to the point where like dry heaving while driving. After driving for 8 hours at this point, you're just like delirious, and now you're dry heaving because it smells.
You ever drive down with Sam? You ever drive down with
No.
Sammy? You were just stopping every 45 minutes so you could shit in the woods.
Me?
No, Sammy.
Oh no.
So I was physically dry heaving.
Two things that I remember most about those trips, too, aside from that, is that if you keep following that road to the Maryland border, there's like a racetrack right there. And a sound from the olden days, or those old Detroit diesel two-stroke diesel trucks that you just don't hear anymore. And that was vividly something I remember hearing a ton. Because the fairgrounds and the roads, like right there, is like a main state road. As you know, it's 2 lanes each side. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Colin even said the chicken truck smell was horrid going OC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it was so bad. So bad. Awful. And I would leave, and I would drive straight to the first Wawa in Delaware, stop, get gas, and then like mentally prepare myself for driving through the smell. It was the worst.
Would you eat at the Wawa or wait till after?
No, I would eat because like
What's your Wawa go to? Let us know in your comments.
it's honestly it's been a long time since I've been.
Wawa
And
has
I'm really bummed.
big fucking thick boy pretzel now.
Yeah.
They had
Very
chicken
good.
cheesesteaks.
Yep.
I'm really big fan. Buffalo
Yep.
chicken cheesesteak, big fan.
I always go
I was there,
buffalo chicken quesadilla. The turkey sandwich is good. Like their bread,
Yeah.
it has no business being that good.
I like
No business.
I mean, from a drink standpoint, the raspberry tea is like unbeatable. The peach tea too.
Yeah. We have lemon tea in the fridge right now.
Yeah, all that shit's
Yeah.
good. But
It's
they
all-
make
the
good
tea's great.
coffee. They have blended iced
Did you
coffees.
taste their gas?
Yeah, I stuck the nozzle right up my ass.
I asked him
You
to
saw the
take-
video of that, right?
Yeah. So
Oh
I
my
said
god, dude! What
Somebody-
the fuck is going on?
Somebody got a
What is
tattoo
happening
of
with
it,
that?
and I was
Remember,
jealous I
those
didn't get it.
people vote.
What? But that was in a foreign country. That was in America.
Yeah, did you
I'm
not see
asking
the
the question.
man doing it? Yeah,
I've seen the man doing
he
it.
had
I
a
tried not to see the man doing it, but it's
gasoline up
burned
his
into my.
ass, and he was fucking
Cranking
Right,
one out.
he was playing cards.
playing cards. Got a full deck.
He's just trying to feel something.
Yeah, what does your life have to be like? It's that's how you have to like.
How
that's
does
High octane.
I don't even understand. Like, I just don't understand.
You think it was 89?
Yeah, he can't afford 93. He's down bad.
He might
No,
be. He might be in one of those states where they still offer like 85.
No, I was just gonna say he was in Connecticut. He found E85.
Yeah, he's shooting gas up his ass and fapping
that
off.
corn juice, baby.
He's down bad.
Jesus, dude. Oh my god.
That is honestly, that guy was probably raised right next to that chicken smell. That's what did it. It's,
This is what
mental
That's what
damage.
leads you to that.
Buddy,
is,
He got
Buddy, his-
he got psychic damage.
No,
done to him.
no. It's because he had an uncle daddy and a sister mommy. That's why.
Could be.
That's a lot to take in. That's all of our questions for tonight. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. It was fun.
Yes. Matt, thank you for joining us.
Of
course.
I appreciate you filling in.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
We got a car to put on a trailer, boys.
We do. We can go sift that thing on there.
You have a car.
And we're here to
You
watch.
use guys. the 3 Utes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in. As always, you can hit up our website, revivalmotoring.com. We can sign up for the B4B, or, just go to our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe for more of this. Maybe next week we'll have something else informative. I don't know. No guarantees, but you'll only be able to know by tuning in.
Potentially.
Exactly.
You could also hit our OnlyFans, which is revivalmotoring.com, which is a redirect where you can get
Where you can get all your gas
The
station
newest-
filming needs.
feet pics. Yeah. Just whatever you're looking
knows
for.
what else could be
We have
there.
a camera under this desk right now, and only our B4B.com subscribers can see it.
It'd be really funny is creating something like that for feet pics that's just fucking like wheels and tires.
We could.
Or just, yeah, never mind. There's a lot of ways that could go.
Anyways.
Thank you very much to everybody in the chat. Thank you very much for everybody who's listening and shares us and all that sort of stuff. We truly appreciate your support. We will be back next week.
Same bat time.
So I got 7 o'clock YouTube,
Same bat
or
station.
on Thursday morning. We'll try to put you out there, get you out there real early.
I get up to end it.
Oh, he's just sitting there.
Corey's got a loaded gun on the mouse.
And
right
on
now.
that note, we will see you next week. That's all. Goodbye.
Bye.